Ooh, ooh, that was satisfying. I actually fixed it. Sweet. I thought that was going to take a lot longer. Okay. I have a ton of videos pulled up, and there's no point in going over each one because they're all kind of the same thing. Just scary videos today, I think. I don't think there's anything non-disturbing in this one. So, simple. Shape. Let me try doing that instead. 1 second. I'm gonna do this one. Hopefully that's not misleading. All right. First video is going to be Sir Spook's classic 11 scary videos that feel too creepy. Oh, 11 scary videos that feel too creepy. And I'm skipping the intro. Like I've said before, I've watched 100 of his videos. I'm good on that. And I am subbed, so good on that.
The first video we'll be having a look at today comes to us from a TikTok account aptly named The Haunted Phone, as the footage we're about to see
I already hate this.
revolves around a creepy phone that appears to be haunted. The black phone in real life. The video starts off with the uploader wandering around his house, when all of a sudden the phone
I immediately hate this. I don't care for this at all.
begins to ring, all by itself.
What, you're holding the What'd you do to it? I mean, that doesn't even look like it's the actual plug. Now this just feels like a prop, like through and through, just for this account. Well, duh. But it's a manual ringing. Like that this is such an old like piece of technology. It's like still manual, like the bell. So of course it could still make the noise. This isn't like a doll without batteries. I don't know. This is stupid. I don't want to finish this.
In a second video, the uploader puts the phone outside in a shed. You can see he's taken the phone apart to try and figure out why it's ringing. But even after doing all that, this happens.
See, like I said, it's a manual thing. You're not gonna take it apart and stop it from dinging or figure out how it's just a cover.
Somehow,
We don't need to turn the volume up for that. I mean, you could, there's, what?
the phone is
I had to have missed something. There's no way that you're telling me to turn the volume up on the constant ringing that's the same pitch and noise every time.
still ringing even though there's no power connected to it. It shouldn't be possible, and yet there it is. You can also clearly see the small metal piece moving from side to side, physically ringing the bells.
I mean, it could just be broken though, and like, I don't know how he's moving it, but it doesn't shock me that it's not like, oh, it's paranormal now because it's moving.
I don't know about you guys, but this really gives me strong black phone vibes.
And I've never seen that movie, so I have no idea, and I don't care about the marketing. What a terrible first video.
Up next, we'll be taking a look at a series of videos from the TikTok user Beard Dude. In particular, 3
Okay, okay. Don't like how big of a follower count he's got. You know, reason to fake it. Venmo there. Maybe he's shameless.
different clips where the uploader claims to have experienced some very creepy paranormal activity at his workplace as a gardener in a cemetery. At the start of the first video, the uploader is talking to what he believes could be a spirit in the area.
I already hate the captions. I'm not believing this.
Telling it he's seen it moving around. He then asks it to let him know if it's in the room with him by closing the door in front of him. Nothing happens at first, but after a short pause.
I heard you over there. I heard you moving around. Let me know you're here. Close that door. Yes, this is your cemetery, I know. I'm just trying to keep it nice for you. Keep it maintained and looking nice. Out of respect. I'm not trying to
The second clip shows the uploader wandering around the worksite, saying he keeps hearing strange shuffling
I mean, he's the only guy over here, though. He's the only guy.
noises coming from behind a cement mixer. When he goes to check, there's nothing there. But as he continues to look around, something unexpected happens.
So I'm hearing shuffling now. It sounded like it was behind the cement mixer. Fast footsteps or something that was back there. And clearly you can see there's nobody back there. So, I'm not sure what that was. Gotta reach behind there. All right then, fuck that.
That's actually wild if it was standing.
The third and final
straight
video
up.
shows the uploader working on a rainy day, just trying to get the job done in peace. He explains anytime the weather turns bad, strange things seem to happen around him, and sure enough.
What about the cone? I'm stuck on. What about the cone?
So let's hope today is not one of those days. There's that thing.
What?
Holy
I'm thinking he just figured out he can just throw something like kind of behind him like this, and it just makes for a good video. I'm starting to think that's what this is.
Yeah, that's just great. Hell no.
Yeah, he's like, let me amp. No, that was not a real reaction. He's like, let me amp it up by having it be a saw, so I can say it tried to kill me. Like, that's
Seeing
so
objects
stupid.
move on their own in a cemetery is bound to raise a few eyebrows. Some viewers believe the timing and setting point towards something paranormal, especially since the objects appear to be thrown with force rather than simply falling.
They're not thrown with force. They're both just set down. Like the cone was just like plopped down. This is stupid. I don't know what.
Reactions happen off camera, making it difficult to rule out unseen factors.
And that's just so easy to fake. I mean, I don't think he's the only guy here. I highly doubt that. This is actually normal for a Sir Spooks video though, so it's just been a while, so I'm not used to it being like garbage on garbage on garbage, you know?
This next video was uploaded to Capriya Car's YouTube channel all the way back in January of 2013. In the footage, the uploader explains he's in his parents' bedroom along with his cousin Braden, his cousin Benton, and his brother Carsten. He says they've been noticing the rocking chair in the room moving all by itself, but nobody's been believing them.
Yeah, they're just kids. I wouldn't believe them either. I need some video, buddy.
They also mentioned they're home alone at the time, meaning there's nobody else in the house besides the four of them.
Oh, thank you. I had no idea what Home Alone at the time meant. So thank you for explaining it to me, Sir Spooks. What are we doing? Just show me
A
the
few
video.
moments.
What is the trash?
Is it moving a little bit?
Oh my gosh. It is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Oh.
He's just messing with the kids.
Man, that's so creepy. Why do we have to stay in here? Huh?
Wait, hold on, wait. Somebody go see if somebody's behind there.
I will. Why do we have to do this? Oh, no one's behind there. Oh,
Let me
gosh.
see. Let me get it on
gosh.
camera.
Oh, gosh.
Look, it is moving. And nobody's back
I'm
there.
so scared.
And plus, you can see in the mirror. Nobody's standing behind there while it's moving. Oh, it's slowing down now.
Yeah, because you stopped yanking on it. Dude, I don't know. I think this is just stupid too. I think he's just doing it for the kids to make it like a fun thing. To like still believe in ghosts, you know? Because it's like, this is the evidence you get, and then you know you really stop believing in it. Okay, come on. My internet just doesn't want to do it, so we're gonna have to wait. And Perseus is leaving the chair for me. Finally. Oh, sharing it is not. It's hard on the butt. What are we doing?
Nearby.
Why are you not loading it?
Others stand. Watching a rocking chair begin to move in an empty room is enough to make just about anyone uncomfortable.
No, I don't think it's uncomfortable. I think it's just a fun thing they were doing. I mean, the guy's tone. He sounded like he was doing it. He's like, "Oh, go check, go look." Oh, it's stupid.
Back in June of 2019, a YouTube channel known as SadKeel242 uploaded a video
Okay.
showing a maintenance worker working the night shift at a hotel near San Antonio's Riverwalk. Right from the start, you can see just how unsettling the place looks. The hotel's clearly seen better days, and the atmosphere
I've never seen this before.
feels cold and dreary, giving the entire location an eerie vibe. We watch as the
That was weird.
videographer slowly wanders around one of the rooms, carefully scanning the area, when suddenly
It's conveniently blocked.
out of nowhere, several objects begin to move on their own, causing the videographer to stop dead in his tracks. The activity continues for around 10 seconds before the video abruptly cuts off.
Bro, it looks like someone just pulled the big rack and it was like hooked onto the other one with the wheels. Like that happens all the time.
It's a short and simple clip, but one many viewers
And he won't go around? Like you won't show me? Like wouldn't you be like, oh my god, let me see?
still find quite unsettling. Seeing objects shift without warning in a rundown hotel leads some to believe this could be a poltergeist-like presence, especially due to how sudden and aggressive the movement appears.
Yeah, that's why you'd want to go around and investigate like a normal human would. I just don't believe that. I don't know why he picks the videos he does, because they're not convincing, they're not scary, you know, they don't feel too creepy as he implies. Like I don't know.
Over on the Cryptid IQ subreddit, a user by the name of Canid Primate 1577 shared a video that's caught the attention of a lot of people who've come across it. The video shows something very strange taking place in an undisclosed location. While it's hard to tell exactly where it was filmed, it appears to be near some kind of cave or rocky opening. Have a look.
All right, it's called The Dog Man. This is immediately going to be stupid.
As you can see, the video shows a bizarre looking creature slowly making its way.
Oh, that's just insulting to dogs to call this a dog man. I mean, it's insulting to men too, I guess, but more so dogs, because this looks nothing like. Look at the arms. Like that's not a dog. That's not dog arms.
Out of what looks like a cave entrance. The figure appears fairly tall, with a lanky build,
It looks like a costume. It looks like a dude in a costume.
and light-colored, possibly white fur. A lot of viewers believe this could be a sighting of the elusive cryptid known as the Dogman.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm just the dog man. Come on, bro.
Reddit user NoVariety5078 shared a video to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit showing footage recorded by a security camera inside a department store somewhere in Chile. At first, the store appears quiet and peaceful, but things take a seriously unsettling turn in just a matter of seconds. Be sure to pay close attention to the left-hand side of the screen.
Oof, the fact you gotta tell me where to look is not good. Oh, I skipped it. It was that short. Wow.
Left-hand side of the screen. As you can see, a very tall, shadowy figure appears to walk down a flight of stairs.
It looks like a Ring camera glitch though, but I don't know if this is like I don't think this is a motion activated
Before
camera.
seemingly vanishing into thin air. If this footage is genuine, it's hard not to notice just how tall the figure looks. Far taller.
Oh, it kind of looks like he just walks off, and it's just that bad of a quality of camera, which would make sense if it's CCTV.
Than what most people imagine when they think of a ghost. With very little context provided beyond where it was filmed, it's difficult to say what's really happening.
Okay, so that's what he's doing. He just scrolls Reddit and then picks whatever shows up because I don't know why, you know? Don't love that. Wish you'd watch him a little bit and be like, is this actually scary?
From the UFO subreddit and was shared by a user named CDS456.
Ugh. I hate UFO videos.
It suddenly accelerates out of frame almost instantly, leaving George completely awestruck by what he just witnessed, and understandably so. It's definitely not something you see every day. Moments like this are what make some people believe they're looking at something.
I mean, that is pretty cool, but at this point we know aliens are real, so, you know, like what are we gonna do about it though? Kind of nothing, because we can't do anything, you know, so just leave it alone. I don't know, just these videos are not interesting to me anymore. Never really were they, but... Ugh, and I hate when it's like a cryptid video, like that's so like fairy tale.
In the early morning hours of October 8th, 2016, at a home on the outskirts of Boswell, Pennsylvania, a family woke up to find their trash cans completely emptied, with garbage scattered all across their backyard. Living so close to a forested area, nighttime scavengers getting into the trash wasn't anything unusual for them. Concerned the culprit might...
This is gonna be stupid. I just want to see what the video is. I already know this is gonna be dumb.
Didn't look like a black bear at all.
Was that it? It's just a dude in a costume. It's just a guy in a costume. Like, what do... This was literally like, several people have made videos exactly like this, trying to dress up like a monster and show up on people's rings and stuff like that. Like, this is just stupid. This is totally fake.
Camera's low light.
Okay, whatever. Wow, dude, these are bad.
By a user known as Joseph Stalin Loves You, and shows
That's an odd name.
him standing outside in his yard talking about something unsettling he claims to have seen in the trees before he even started filming. He explains he's about to put up a
Oh, his name is Joseph Stalin. What are the odds of that?
scene in the trees neighbor, and after what he saw, it can't go up fast enough. As he
Oh,
slowly
we saw this in another video. I think it was Real Horror Talk on that we saw this one.
moves closer, he stops and zooms in on a specific area of the trees. And right about here is where we can see what caught his attention.
You see her? Look at that face. Oh my god. It's right there staring at me. Dude, how scary is that shit? Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I think it's a bird. I think I said that last time too. It looks like a big bird that just has like a design that you're seeing a face in.
What the She's crawling through all this shit, bro.
If you look closely enough, you
And he didn't go into like try to make it scared away in case it was like an animal.
Soudah also posted a still image showing what he claims is the hand belonging to whoever was watching him.
Nah. And then this just seems like a different part entirely. Like, where's that at? You know, I don't see a solid branch like that with her hand on it. And that has to be far away from here. And then it just wouldn't make any sense because she's right here. Or she's right here.
You can make out what is to stare directly at the upload of
Stupid. Stupid.
5. A TikTok account known as Black Hills Paranormal shared a piece of home security camera footage captured in the middle of the night.
Ugh, why can't it just be like a normal person who's not having like a specific paranormal account? I never like those.
Inside an otherwise ordinary home. The seconds tick by quietly as everyone in the house sleeps. By all accounts,
Why are we getting like a recording for home security of your pantry and fridge? Like you're just making sure no one steals your snacks? You don't want your yogurt to be taken?
it looks like a completely normal night. But just moments later, the tone of the video changes entirely.
Yeah, just a Ring camera glitch. This is dumb. This whole video is just not good. Especially because you know it's a Ring or a motion activated camera and it does that. So Ring camera glitch, easy. So annoying.
This
though.
final entry comes from Reddit
Oh, it's been 10 videos and they're all terrible. Like how do you do that?
user Lower Boysenberry 50, who shared a photo to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit, and it's one many viewers say is enough to make you lose sleep. In the post description, the uploader explains his brother was in college
It's just a photo. Oh my gosh.
and by the time he looked up again, whatever it was had completely vanished. If you zoom in here,
Yeah. This is ridiculous. I don't know, man. I just feel like you very low effort, honestly. And that looks like a mask. That looks like a person that's with you just put on a mask and you made a cute little scary photo. Oh boy, that one was terrible. I'm not liking that. That was terrible. All right, another chance for Sir Spooks though, because that's not the only video. I think I have another one of his too later on, but I'm gonna give him another shot. 35 minutes. So anything that's asked, I'm just gonna skip. And I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. Give me a second. All right. Let me do one other thing too. First. Oh, there we go. Okey doke. This video is going to be Sir Spooks again. 13 scary videos that shouldn't exist. We'll see. I probably will agree with that. Skipping the intro. Already subbed.
The first video we'll be taking a look at today comes from the Ghost subreddit and was posted by a user known as LowFlyingB. According to the uploader, this footage was filmed by his friend's son.
Ugh, I hate this already. Ugh.
In the post, LowFlyingB provides some unsettling context.
Oh wait, dude, we've seen this, actually. I don't remember which account, but it's literally just shadows.
The house where his friend and their son live gives quite appalling when he enters.
Okay, I don't need the whole lead up, dude, because it's genuinely just shadows passing through and no context of if there's other people home or not.
If you watch carefully, you can see what appear to be two shadow figures moving across the living room and then heading up the stairwell. The movement is subtle but distinct. It doesn't seem to match.
He doesn't go out there and look and show around that there's nobody out there. I mean, wouldn't you if it was a shadow person?
Natural lighting changes or reflections you'd expect in the space.
They are, actually. You have no idea where the light source is at, so this is just ridiculous, dude. Next one. Okay, this is the first video. Let's pretend. Let's pretend that last one doesn't even exist, you know? Because it shouldn't.
This next story we'll be talking about has...
Bro, I just gotta say, we're 12 videos deep for Sir Spooks right now because the last video was Sir Spooks. 11 videos of ass. Okay? We really need to change.
To do with the video posted to TikTok in June of this year. Buckle yourselves up if you haven't already.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Just show me the video, dude. I don't need to buckle up.
Miner began speaking with him, attempting to guide him back toward the surface. Everything seemed normal until later, when he reported the incident to his supervisor. The supervisor...
I already know what this is. I skipped a little too far, but we're gonna say that this guy talked to somebody that wasn't there, and you checked the cameras, and he wasn't there. You're just faking it.
Abandoned section of the mines. While navigating the tunnels, he claims he passed a lost man who appeared to be trying to find his way out.
A lost man in the tunnel? How do you think he got there? If it's a blocked off like access point where you come on, dude. This is ridiculous. Oh boy. And that's it. There's no other video.
Paths.
It's you pretending to talk to somebody.
With such a presence.
We've seen like 4 of these, dude. I mean, dude. Okay. Okay, this is the first video of this video. Okay? 11 now scary videos that shouldn't exist. It's not 13. Oh.
A TikTok user named Luis Balderas posted a video on June 27th, 2025, in which he walks us through his workplace. A place that, judging from this footage, is definitely haunted, to say the least.
Sorry, you're not doing any kind of work here. This is not a workplace.
For the first minute and a half, Luis wanders around the building, showcasing its eerie emptiness. The creaking floors and dim
It's kind of crowded, actually. It's not very empty. I mean, you got a lot of shit down there, buddy.
lighting already set the tone, but things quickly escalate 20 seconds later.
Me están temblando las piernas para subir. No, no mames. Algo se está moviendo ahí arriba. No mames.
Oh, let me see that one more time.
Algo se está moviendo ahí arriba. No mames.
Okay.
No mames, no mames, no mames. ¿Qué fue eso? No manches. No mames. ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso?
What is this, bro? What kind of place?
No mames.
Okay. Okay, I couldn't see anything up there, and it just got yanked, the shirt. So this is not like, that's super easily faked.
Out of nowhere, a t-shirt is yanked into another room by what seems to be an unseen force. The suddenness of the motion and the fact that nobody is visible nearby makes this moment especially
Nah.
of the motion.
If we're really gonna be dramatic about it and look into it, like the bottom of the shirt is right here. You know what I mean? So it got pulled from the top of the like top of the hanger. What do you think did that? Maybe like a fishing line or a string? I think that makes the most sense. I don't know. It's come on, guys. Just turn this thing on and you'll be on top of it. Like,
created the illusion of a figure.
oh my god, here we go. It didn't end. It wasn't over.
Apparition. Skeptics, of course, have questioned whether the objects could have been manipulated off camera.
100%. 100%. Why were they so skeptical? Why do we feel the need to point it out? They were that skeptical about it, like I am. Okay. Last time I can do this, buddy. This is the first video. Okay, 10 videos that shouldn't exist. Killing me, spooks.
Reddit user IllDiscipline3142 posted an extremely creepy video to the ghost subreddit a couple of weeks ago that got a lot of people talking.
Okay, we gotta stop pulling from Reddit. I think that's our problem here, man. Just show me the video that you just blindly pulled off of a Reddit thread. Oh no.
Out of nowhere, a strange, looming figure can be seen walking by.
Oh, I missed that because I'm impatient, but I also don't care. Like
before disappearing into the night, never to be seen or heard from again. The uploader provided some chilling context, writing, quote, "The camera was placed towards the back end of the property. Directly in front of the camera is a massive 10,000 plus acre forest, meaning this creature would be walking towards the street from the forest at 2:39 a.m. with zero lights guiding it." End quote.
Right. That's nearly impossible, right? It would make more sense that the person who lives on the property right there is doing it. That would make the most sense.
They go on to explain that the camera continued to pick up strange sounds for about 30 seconds after the figure passed. Based on the height of the camera, around 10 feet off the ground, they estimated the figure had to be over 9 feet.
No. That actually doesn't even make sense off of your stupid logic.
On the height?
How? If this camera is 10 feet high, how is he 9.5 feet tall? It would be like actually level. Like that's the dumbest thing. I can't even with this video. I'm sorry. Oh boy. This might be the last Sir Spooks video for a while.
5 that showcases her wandering around this nursing home, which, as you'll see in just a few seconds, may be haunted. As she
not an RN video. Every hospital video is just them being overtired.
And unsettling noises coming from somewhere in the building, further adding to the creepiness here.
Otra vez están escuchando muchos ruidos. Oigan, ¿de dónde viene ese ruido? Se escucha como que gritaran, como si hablaran. No es nadie.
Bro, other people gotta do this shift too, you know? They gotta spend this time working as well. So they're trying to have a good time. That's all it is.
A bit later on, Sarah can be seen slowly creeping her way through the building.
Bro, if I was working in a hospital and it's like 4 a.m., I know nobody's around, I'm gonna start screaming or something. I'm gonna start running around like getting antsy. So I don't know. This is stupid.
Sarah finds
it needs to get better.
"I see you." Not even 15 seconds later, Sarah finds herself in the center of even more terror when this happens directly in front of her.
I'm not even gonna acknowledge the audio cue of "I see you." I'm not doing that because every time it's stupid. Every single time. And you're gonna put the text on the screen so that that's what I hear. Not fair.
Ay, ¿qué pasó? Ay, no.
Oh, my cat's in a predicament. Hold up. Purse. Oh. I guess that's okay. Okay. It's just sketchy, but he's fine. It's not dangerous for him. Dude, I'm waiting for her to swing this corner and show me that no one's there.
¿Qué es eso? Ay, no. Ahora sí, mire algo. No puede ser.
Now you're gonna wait for the elevator, but we're not gonna like just, bro, just swing, just so I can see that nobody stepped back.
¿Qué es eso? Ay, no.
Nah, y'all just bored and you're getting paid 30 an hour to make stupid TikToks. That's what's going on here.
Song 2293 posted a fascinating video to the interdimensional.
Oh boy, this one is really, this one's like hyper turbo trash.
Reddit user Positive Song 2293 posted a fascinating video to the interdimensional NHI subreddit, a community focused on aliens, UFOs, and other mysterious aerial phenomena.
Alright, let me just see the video. We've seen this on another channel too.
А что это вообще такое? Блять. А ну-ка, Ленухе позвони, это самое...
The footage begins innocently enough, showing a clear blue sky above the mountains. But then, something strange
Okay, it just looks very similar to one we've watched actually. That's not the same.
drifts into view.
That's why I'm thinking, bro. Like these could be like a weather instrument that I just am not aware of. And it, you know, looks all clean and stuff like that because it's like government shit. But I don't know. It could also be like aliens or whatever because like they're proven to be real. So not that shocking, not that scary.
Surveillance devices, while others link them to broader patterns of unexplained aerial phenomena documented in government UAP briefings. Of course, CGI remains a plausible explanation.
Yeah, that too. It could also just be totally edited. So there's just too many possibilities of it being fake. I've never once seen a birthday one that was good. The one with the fire truck one was kind of good, but the birthday part wasn't part of the scary video.
For many people, blowing out the candles on a birthday cake is a simple,
Somebody's gonna know what I'm talking about. That's the funny part.
happy
Most people will have no idea.
tradition. Close your eyes, make a wish, and hope it comes true. But as this video shows, not every birthday moment is quite so cheerful. We watch as a young girl smiles while her family sings to her, the cake glowing softly in front of her. Everything seems normal, until it suddenly isn't.
Alright, let's just...
I said happy birthday, Blondie.
Everyone was stressed by this point. Huh? Nobody's stressed. I can tell nobody's stressed right now. They're just like, oh, you blew. They're literally clapping. Okay, they're not clapping, my bad.
Did you do it? That wasn't me. That was strange, wasn't it?
Right as she leans in to blow out the candles,
Damn, dude, the one good one I find.
they extinguish all by themselves. And you can clearly hear a blowing sound as it happens.
Could it? I don't know. Actually, that's crazy. I mean, what are the odds that every single candle goes out at the same time like that? And she didn't do like a exhale through her nose.
Almost immediately afterward, every light in the room goes out at once, plunging the space into darkness. Now, that
Okay, I was actually immediately wrong about that one. I actually think this one's the best one.
blowing sound could technically come from someone off frame, but it would take some impressive timing to pull off.
That's what I'm saying.
Plus, the girl's puzzled expression makes it seem like she didn't know anyone else was blowing on the candles.
Dude, and she's like kind of mildly bothered by it too, because it seems like she actually did want to be the satisfaction of blowing them out. So this is like a really good reaction too. I actually believe this video. Okay. Fixed it.
adding another eerie layer to the moment. Could that faint sound have...
Dude, because how do you do that? How do you do that? Like he said, it'd have to be incredible timing. And she's genuinely confused. It sounds like the people around her are confused.
actually come from a ghost? The family's reaction is equally interesting. Rather than panicking, they seem surprised and confused, but brush it off and continue the celebration. Maybe they've experienced strange things.
No, okay, well, anyway, but no, that was a good one. I don't need to ruin it with his like end-off commentary there, but no, that was maybe the one good, that was one good video out of how many, dude? We watched a whole other video. That was 11 of these, and they're all terrible. Ugh. Yeah, it took us 18, 19 videos to get a good one.
Imagine you're simply out shopping for clothes at a local store when out of nowhere, your normal day turns into something straight out of a horror story. This video, posted to TikTok in July of 2025 by user XXDonRiversXX, was reportedly filmed on a security camera inside an Old Navy store where the uploader worked. While monitoring the feed, he noticed a man apparently stealing from the men's section, but that turned out to be the least disturbing part of the footage.
I see grabbing it like that.
Look right here. Look right here. Right here. Look at look. Look, watch. What is that? What is that? And
what?
It's just gone. It's there, and now it's not.
Oh, the thing on the side of him?
It's there, and now it's not, bro. What is that?
If you look closely, you can see a small figure standing behind the man, staring directly into the surveillance camera before...
Dude, that just looks like editing though. That doesn't even look like it's part of the same video.
...vanishing entirely. Some viewers speculate this figure could be a duende.
Alright, nah. We're not getting into fairyland here. That's just edited. Oh boy. I save a lot of time with that. Oh, I don't know, man. These are not fantastic. Yikes.
TikTok user
Some dank coffee, dude. Too strong.
Nick posted a pair of videos in which he stayed overnight at his grandmother's house. She has dementia, so it's not uncommon for her to wake
Oh boy. Don't use your dementia-ridden grandmother for TikTok views, please.
up and walk around at night. But that's not what makes these clips so unsettling. In the first video, we see a Roomba moving across the floor as expected, until it begins circling around something completely invisible.
I mean, that's actually scary that she's just standing there like that. Okay, this is just a scary environment to be in. I would hate to be where this guy's at. And I've never had a Roomba. I don't know how they're supposed to move. I don't know if this is normal.
Its sensors appear to detect an object that isn't physically there, steering around it as if it's avoiding a person or perhaps something else entirely. Things only get creepier when at the end of the clip, an object suddenly falls to the floor next to the Roomba, while the family dog growls and barks in the background.
What fell? Was it a smoke detector?
Could this be evidence of a ghost roaming the house? A second video uploaded later the same night ramps up the strangeness even further.
Bro, and the grandma didn't even react to that falling. we've seen this before, maybe. A long time ago. Did that scare you or something?
The Roomba can be seen heading straight for a flight of stairs and tumbling down. Something that shouldn't even be possible if its sensors were functioning properly. And just when you think it couldn't get any weirder.
Jesus!
The device flips over completely on its
Yo, those are heavy. Those are really, really heavy. How would that happen?
own, with no visible reason why. Some viewers speculate this
Now, he's got to be doing that.
on its own, with no visible reason why. Some viewers speculate this could be a malfunctioning or hacked Roomba, while others wonder if it's something far more paranormal, especially when
I think he's doing it. I don't know how he's doing it, but I think he is manipulating it. But the grandma thing is creepy, dude. I don't know. I hope she's all right. I don't know. That was good. I just feel like he is like that would kind of be easy to fake though. Like to manipulate it to flip over when you need it to or whatever. It's just they're really heavy, dude. Those are like 20 pounds, aren't they? They're like a sack of rocks.
a man named Robert Earl White posted a chilling video to his TikTok in May of 2025, showing him wandering the woods late at night with only a flashlight to guide him. We don't know exactly why he was out there, possibly exploring after hearing unsettling rumors, but whatever the reason, it doesn't take long for him to encounter something terrifying.
Why would you go and explore? Like, you know there's things being said about that place and you're just gonna go look for them?
Alright, no lie. I heard someone stomping in the woods. Something
Did you not
huge.
see that? What the fuck?
Right at the start of the footage, you can make out a tall, lanky figure staring directly into the camera, before disappearing into the darkness. Most people would probably turn back at that point.
But he didn't even react to it though. He was just talking like normal, didn't even notice it.
But Robert decides to press on, a decision that leads to another frightening moment.
That's kind of wild. But not, dude, there's no explanation as to why he's out here. He's not like camping or anything. Like, you guys clearly came out here to make this video. So I'm just not buying it. Bro, if this is the graveyard video, because it says creepy DoorDash encounter, I'm gonna lose my mind, because that has shown on 3 different videos, and I think 2 of them have already been Sir Spooks. Like, are we just really putting this video in every time?
TikTok user Emma Lee posted a chilling video from her night shift delivering food for DoorDash. Delivery work can sometimes come with strange encounters, but nothing quite like what she experienced this night. In the footage, Emma Lee approaches the customer's apartment door. As she gets close, the door creaks open on its own, with nobody visible behind it. She calls out, letting them know she has their order, when a voice from inside urges her to come in.
What? Bro, the handle turned. Someone's definitely behind it.
Hello?
Hello?
I have your DoorDash order.
Can you put it on the stool, please?
I'm not really supposed to come into houses.
It's just inside the door.
It doesn't
It's
really
not far.
matter how far it is. I'm not supposed
Nah, this is fake.
to.
Please? It would make it easier for me.
It's just kind of. Can't you just come to the door? It's just kind of a safety hazard for me to come in the house.
Nah, see, you would just put it down and leave.
No, I can't come to the door. Can you put it on the stool? It's easy. It's just inside.
I'll just leave it here. I'm not allowed to come inside, and I will not come inside.
Come on, it's not hard.
Yeah, no.
I don't believe any of that, dude. That was maybe the dumbest video I've seen.
Jennifer Ridge.
If you believe that, I really have concerns for people who are like, oh no, yeah, that's real.
In June of 2025, TikTok user Jennifer Ridge posted a video filmed late at night outside her home. As she records, she mentions hearing strange noises and points out how the dogs nearby have been barking non-stop.
What is this, a circus?
Sign, she suggests that something unusual is happening. The atmosphere is tense, and she debates with someone off camera about whether to walk further into the darkness.
A ver, que caminemos para allá, a ver si vemos algo, pero aquí nomás, porque para que nos dé chance de correr para allá. Aquí está cerca el circo.
Yeah, dude, they just like work at the circus. They're performers or whatever, and they're just out here. Like, it's not crazy.
Me late el corazón.
Maybe they heard something.
Cuando vimos la mujer esa, haz de cuenta que se metió para allá, para ir a grabar. Para allá, para aquellas ramas, para aquel montorrón, ¿cómo se llama? ¿Y salió de acá o venía de dónde? Salió de ahí del monte. Mira. A ver. Ay, mira. Ay, no mames. Ay, no. A ver, enfoca. Es que se borra. Mira, lo acerco y se borra, mira. ¿Qué es? Uy. No mames. Ay, no. Ay, no chingues. Mira. Mira. Uy, está grita. No mames.
Wow, that's a pretty good, like, disturbing video, but it's not like...
No chingues.
I mean, that could just be somebody who's, like, kind of lost it, you know? And they're just wandering around this circus.
Mira, se perdió. Es que está oscuro. A ver. Mira, se mira. Sí. Entre los... Pero se pierde. Entre los árboles, mira. Ay, no.
Moments later, a faint white figure can be seen in the distance, accompanied by a chilling wail.
It's just not good enough, dude. It's just not good enough. And then you're gonna say it's some, like, historical, like, creature thing. Stop. Oh, geez. Alright, last video for this video. This one has been terrible. These all should not exist.
For this next entry, we're looking at a chilling series of 3 videos posted to TikTok. In the first, a man who lives alone is asleep when something unnerving is caught on his living room camera in the dead of night. A series of strange glowing orbs floats through the room before the living room door creaks open.
Bro, what do you mean orbs? I didn't see anything in the top right, like in the beginning, so I don't know what it was trying to point at.
Of strange glowing orbs floats through the room before the living room.
Dude, this just feels like some stupid editing. Like, honestly, this is just so embarrassingly bad.
Slams shut behind.
Oh, there's another clip. Oh boy, because he just pumps them out, you know.
The clip shows more footage from the same living room. This time while the man is awake. He sits casually in the room until, without warning, the door slams shut behind him, making him jump.
I was looking at this other door the whole time, and it was like changing the light in there. Pretty real reaction though, you know? How would you fake that?
The third video was perhaps the most unsettling.
Ooh, bro, that's just too many videos. Like, you're good at faking them, because I don't know how the last one, I don't know how you did that.
The man films a staircase.
There's gotta be somebody else living there.
Which looks completely ordinary at first glance. But when the footage is zoomed in, you can see a tall, shadowy figure standing partway up the stairs. Moments later, in another photo, it's gone entirely. While many viewers believe this points toward a haunting, possibly tied to the mysterious object the mediums mentioned, skeptics argue it could be dust, lighting tricks, or even a staged video.
Yeah, dude, you have 3 videos back to back of stuff happening. Like, I just think it is staged. It just is all like, I don't know, very suspicious to me. And also should not exist. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. That was not great. I'm not gonna lie, that was not great. Ooh, the next one should be a lot better though. And it's kind of a short video, so that'll be fun. And I've been drinking too much coffee, so damn. All right. Next video. Next video is going to be the 2006 volleyball incident image origins. I don't know what the 2006 volleyball incident is, but I'm ready to find out. Scare theater, obviously.
Horrific tragedies occur every day. Just glance at the latest headlines and you'll quickly find stories of this
Dude, the Dire Trip music, I love it.
week's disaster. But imagine the surreal horror of being one of the only few people who remember one of the most horrifying events of all time. This unsettling premise lies at the heart of the infamous legend of the 2006 volleyball incident, a disastrous event that allegedly occurred nearly 2 decades ago, but by all public records, seems to have never actually happened.
What?
The earliest known mention of this event is from an anonymous 4chan post from April 3rd, 2017. A user submitted a post titled, "How Deep Are You Into Conspiracies?" where they included a picture of a conspiracy theory tier list. You're likely familiar with many of these, some of which I've even made videos about before, but one entry that caught people's interest was located at the deepest level tier, the 2006 volleyball incident.
Dude, I want to know what every one of these are, not gonna lie.
Immediately, several users responded to the thread inquiring for more information about the incident. Eventually, a user who appears to be the original poster replied with information on the incident that would spark discussions about this to this very day. They claimed that the following information was what they experienced firsthand. The 2006 volleyball incident was a massacre that occurred at a school volleyball game somewhere in the Dakotas or
Oh, there would be record of that, though.
Nebraska. The user says they heard about the incident when they went on a trip to Rushmore in 2006, and while at a gas station in Nebraska, they saw a newspaper that reported shots fired at a small town 10 miles away. They saw news of this again when they made it to South Dakota. Throughout the rest of their trip, they only heard it being talked about one more time during a motel breakfast. They end their reply with the words, "It stayed in the back of my mind for a long time, until I slowly forgot, until I remembered and joked about it during a gaming session, and these two guys asked to talk more
Bro,
about it."
of course. Anytime you say the 2006 volleyball incident, everyone's gonna wonder what the hell you're talking about. Like, there hasn't been another one since 2006, so that's like the incident. I want to know what it is, you know? But this is just some hearsay. Some guy doesn't remember, exactly what he heard.
About it. They had the same experience, and I remember on X someone talking about something similar to the volleyball incident.
Bro, that's just your brain like picking up patterns that you've created because you were thinking about this and curious about like the depth of it. I don't know. This just seems like delusion a little.
So I just stick it in these pictures, hoping someone will remember. 17 to 24 people died at once, and no one talks about it? And with this, the legend became alive. Just like this user said, there seems to be absolutely zero reports of this incident ever occurring. Running Google searches will bring up nothing other than people talking about the mystery and trying to find old news archives.
Bro, it says right there, Worcester, College of Worcester. Right?
Up nothing other than people talking about the mystery.
Oh, maybe not, because that one's at Syracuse University.
And trying to find old news archives will leave you empty-handed. The bizarre nature of this event perplexed many users and led to this becoming a topic that was periodically brought up again on newer 4chan posts all the way up to 2024. As new discussions emerged, people contributed their own theories as to how such a tragic event could have gone completely forgotten. Some theories were more mundane but reasonable, suggesting that this could just be another Mandela effect-like situation, since there are some vaguely similar events that happened at a
Bro, is Fruit Loops
their
one of
Mandela
them?
effect-like.
I don't even know if that was right. I don't remember it being fruit with 2 O's. What? I don't buy that at all. And I think the Coca-Cola one just changes. It depends on the can and shit. Like, what are we talking about? And Jiffy was never Jif. Well, Jif and Jiffy are two different things, no? Or were. I don't know, man.
Like situation, since there are some vaguely similar events that
And I don't think
could just be another
Depends
Mandela effect.
was the brand. I think it was Depend, and everyone just calls it Depends because it's plural. Because you buy a pack of them.
Effect-like situation.
It's like Pampers. It's the same thing.
Since there are some vaguely similar events that happened at around that time that may have been misremembered as this. Other theories were more absurd, stating that the reason there is no record of this happening was because this is a result of a government assassination.
Yeah, a government cover-up. I mean, come on, now we're just jumping to conclusions. Like, can we...
Assassination gone wrong, and the government subsequently covered it up. As discussions about this incident continued to escalate, eventually rumors started to surface that footage of the incident existed somewhere. In a 2019 4chan post on the X board, where someone asked, "What's the most disturbing thing you've ever seen on the internet?" someone even replied that they saw the footage from the volleyball incident. Not much new information about the event came up until June of
Alright, that's a little bit weird.
2024, when Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers uploaded a deep web browsing video where he came across alleged photo snippets taken from the footage.
They've got 2006 volley. Oh my god.
The pictures really aren't all that graphic, and they look pretty fake, but I'm still going to keep them censored anyway.
Oh, well, if I can't even look at them.
Just to stay on the safe side away from YouTube's stranglehold. We're going to go much more in depth with these images in a minute, but first I want to talk more about the general authenticity of the legend itself.
Do you think I can find them? He said they're not even that bad. Let me see if I can find them. 2006 volleyball incident photos. Or is that not even like... Hold up. Oh, that could be one. I think that might be one of them. Ooh. Is that real though? And they're all just, half of these are just blurred. Oh, here we go. Said they look very AI generated, a comment. Oh yeah, these are the photos for sure. But they don't even look related or yeah, definitely not real. I don't think that's real. You can look for it yourself because I don't want to show it on because it's gonna be in the video anyway, so I don't want to show it on YouTube. But now I'm going with this never actually happened.
Most people at this point have pretty much agreed that this whole incident likely never happened, and this whole thing is just a myth.
And it's got the date, dude. I mean, if it don't line up with that, we're just picking at straws here. Like, we're just making stuff up.
Difficult to outright debunk something like this, since the legend has made itself unfalsifiable by nature. Sure, we could point to the fact that there's no evidence of this ever happening, but that's literally the whole point of the story. If evidence of this event did exist, then it wouldn't really be a mystery.
Yeah, so it's built to make you upset and that you can't be right about it. Like, that's why they made it a post and why it picked up
so much traction in the first place. The one important part of the story that's supposed to make it mysterious is that a portion of people should actually remember the incident occurring. In a lot of posts discussing the event, you'll even see comments of people noting how weird it is that everyone swears they remember this. Yet there's
Bro, and now he's saying the late 2000, like, come on, dude. We gotta get the date right. Now we're just picking a bigger range every time. Like, it's September 27th, and that's the date that it needs to be. If it's not that, 2006, then what? It's not the day. It's not the incident.
Post from 2017 to 2024 that mentioned this event, and I only found 2 people who claim to have any memory of this. Everyone else always just asks what the 2006 volleyball incident is. So with that, all we have is some random dude online who claims he remembers a vague event that didn't happen. You know, when I was younger, I had a false memory that Michael Jackson's death occurred while he was on stage. For whatever reason, I remembered that he was performing on stage and then collapsed from a drug overdose and then died. When I told people I remembered that, you know what they said? Huh, that's weird, I guess he just misremembered. But suddenly, if I were to post that online, now everyone believes I'm onto something and makes a big deal out of it. It's just odd.
That's people, dude. They'll just run with they get bored and they'll run with anything. I don't understand what we're getting at here.
Another thing I want to bring up regarding the origin of this myth is something that the creator Chilling Scares brought up in his video where he briefly talked about the 2006 volleyball incident. He mentioned a post he found on the Above Top Secret forum.
I don't remember that.
From 2017.
While researching this incident, I came across an interesting post on the forum Above Top Secret from 2017. In this post, the OP was talking about creating a hoax in which multiple school shootings happened in 2006 in tiny towns.
Oh wow, well there you go. The attacks were erased from all public record, only a few people remember them happening. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely fake then.
But any information relating to these incidents has been mysteriously erased from the public record.
Now, maybe I'm just misunderstanding something, but it sounds like he's saying that this forum post could be from the person who started the myth, and this post is essentially—
Bro, and it was done on September 27th, 2017, and he's like, let me just go back to 2006. That makes perfect sense, and everyone's gonna wonder, what is the 2006 incident?
like them confessing their plans to start the hoax prior to them doing it. From reading the post, that's not the idea that I got. To me, this reads more like this person is just saying they came across a discussion of the 2006 volleyball incident somewhere else online, and they just wanted to share it with people. Their reference to calling it just a prank is them saying they personally don't believe it happened. This must be the case because the earliest known mention of the 2006 volleyball incident was on April 3rd, 2017. And this Above Top Secret post was posted on September 27th, 2017, nearly 6 months later. In all likelihood, I just think the user from the April 2017 4chan post made the whole thing up to start a rumor, and that's all there is to it. All that leaves now is the pictures from earlier and where they came from.
They're just, I don't know, dude. I agree with the AI generated.
First, we're going to start with the most well-known picture that is alleged to be from the incident. I'm not even going to talk about how this is clearly a post-edit filter and that VHS cameras weren't really used often in 2006 because I think that goes without saying. But the actual location that this picture was taken is known. The Reddit user OKDistance4442 saw a comment where someone mentioned that the picture looked similar to Utica High School, and then later he found a video from one of Utica's volleyball games. And this 100% checks out as the location seen in the photo. The wall pattern is a perfect match, as well as the flag and red scoreboard. We can also see the U on the floor. For the next points I need to make, I'm gonna have to take the risk and uncensor a couple of these images.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, I mean, they're not crazy.
I'm sure you'll agree with me that these really are nothing graphic. This picture, which we're probably meant to believe is a photo of a body bag, is also easily explainable. Although body bags can be read, they're usually not. These are clearly gym bags.
Yeah, that does kind of look like IKEA bag material as well.
It's also important to note that the timestamp that appears in the first picture is absent from all the other pictures, which doesn't make sense. Next, we'll have a look at this picture, which shows what's supposed to be blood on the gym floor. I'm sure most of you agree with me that this just looks fake, but I know that really isn't a satisfying answer. So we can prove that this was added in with some sort of photo editing software by using an error level analysis filter. This works by showing us compression artifacts present in an image.
Whoa.
To give you a
Dude, that's awesome.
quick understanding of how this works, we're going to use this example picture of a bunch of ketchup on the floor to simulate a red substance on the ground. When an image is saved in a lossy format, compression algorithms will discard some of the data. The amount of data lost is known as the error level. The ELA filter will create a visual representation of the error levels. All we're looking for here is consistency. If the error level is consistent across the image, it's likely unedited. As you can see here, this image checks out as legitimate, but if I add a few brushstrokes to the image using Photoshop and run this again, we'll see a subtle but noticeable effect around the section I photoshopped in. Okay, great. Now let's try this with the volleyball picture. If we apply the filter to this, we can see clear compression artifacts almost exclusively around the areas with the supposed blood. This photo was clearly modified. The last picture,
dude, wow. What a great explanation.
Picture related to this event that I want to talk about is this one, most of which I'm still going to censor. This one is puzzling because at the bottom it reads CBI not for release. Now some parts of this definitely still look fake. For example, there's blood in the picture that doesn't look real. But I don't have too much to say about this except for one thing. Just a disclaimer, this is complete speculation on my part. It's a thought that came into my head and I just sort of wanted to share it. We can only see like the bottom quarter of 4 people in this picture, and of them, 2 of them are wearing dark pants and shoes. Something about this picture just gives me vibes of the very few photos of the Columbine footage that are publicly available. It makes me think maybe this picture was a small screen cap taken from a piece of Columbine footage. It would explain the CBI not for release text. One possible acronym for CBI is Colorado Bureau of Investigation. And where did Columbine happen? That's right, Colorado. Once again, just a theory, take this with a grain of salt. That's all I have for you. Of course, there's still some questions left to be answered.
Nah, dude, that was fantastic. I feel like he broke it down perfectly. I mean, there's no way that's real, and I'm really glad he dove into it like that. That was really great detail. Dude, every Scare Theater video has been like super fire, so we'll definitely keep watching his. All right, next video. 4 most disturbing forest encounters caught on camera, part 3. Real Horror Talk. Very dependable guy. Very dependable channel.
2022, Abogado Thermal Hunting posted a video showing off one of his various thermal scopes. Now his videos are typically used to show off the capabilities of his equipment and spotting the local wildlife around him. And occasionally he will hunt the boars and coyotes on his land.
Bro, that almost makes it too easy, I feel like. That takes any of the skill out of it.
But what's interesting is throughout his entire catalog of videos, he's never posted one where he found something truly out of the ordinary. But on this day, while scanning the forest around him, he spots an owl and zooms in on it, after which he continues to pan the forest. But what he finds is truly disturbing. Take a look.
I'm already suspicious of this, though. I mean, she could just be walking through the woods, though. It's weird, for sure. But women can hunt too, you know?
The video then abruptly ends, but after taking a closer look and slowing it down, it looks to be a woman. and it seems that she's just casually wandering the forest at
No, she ain't casually bro, she's walking carefully. Like, it looks like she is using the forest the way a normal person would.
night. Now, there wasn't a follow-up to this video. However, the description reads, "I was calling out for coyotes in the woods, and this comes across my camera. Needless to say, I was done for the night." Now, the going theory seems to be that this was some sort of drug-induced stroll through the woods, but it definitely
kind of looks like that too, though.
Leaves a lot to the imagination as to why exactly she was out there that night.
And it was only 9 p.m., like 8-something p.m.
Making a documentary on the early 2010s.
My bad. Little skip happy.
A documentary filmmaker named Lorenzo was making a documentary on orangutans. And ironically, the documentary he was making was to spread awareness for the conservation of these animals.
He's getting cute. I bet he'd really fuck you up, though.
Because on this day, one of the orangutans he was filming with decided to grab him and not let go. You see, despite their friendly reputation, they're 7 times stronger than the average human, highly intelligent, and have a bite force of about 900 psi. And when this dominant male orangutan grabbed Lorenzo, he was essentially at his mercy. The entire encounter lasted over 3 hours long and was captured on camera.
3 hours?
And you can see the fear in Lorenzo's eyes.
Oh my god, he already knows.
Oh. No, please. Jose, me va a matar.
Don't fight, Lorenzo. Don't fight, Lorenzo.
Okay. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, por favor.
This animal was holding Lorenzo in place by the neck, and the sheer amount of hits to the head he received could have killed him.
Oh, wow.
Me he sentido mal, ¿no? Porque primero cuando he sentido que me ha cogido ya en serio y que ha empezado a jugar conmigo, me ha estado mordiendo por todos los lados, pero sobre todo la fuerza con la que me ha cogido del cuello, que te das cuenta que te lo puedes romper solo con un gesto, ¿no? La verdad que no sé cuánto tiempo ha durado, pero ha sido... A mí me ha dejado machacado, la verdad, pero bueno, son los gajes del oficio, ¿no?
Now, according to...
Wow, dude, he's actually pretty calm for that. Like, I mean, he almost lost his life. 3 hours fighting with that gorilla?
To Lorenzo, this orangutan did not want to kill him, because if he did, he would be. But thankfully, he was able to make it out okay, and still has an active Instagram account. But let me know what you think.
Wow. You know, those guys are scary. They're just a little too big, you know?
On February 2nd of 2004, a man named Michael Lacoma was camping for the weekend around Fresno, California, when he claims to have caught something on camera that he can't explain. Now, it needs to be said that this video was taken from a documentary that was posted by Fierce Earth Productions, and it was posted 15 years ago with over 200,000 views. But ever since then, this channel has lied dormant, but it's unclear, judging by how this video was made, if it was some sort of pilot episode for a show they were trying to greenlight.
Yeah, I mean, it is productions, so...
It reminded me of something like Unsolved Mysteries. Regardless, this is what Michael claims to have caught on his cell phone.
Alright, here we are once again camping. Beautiful view. Here's my campsite, simple. It's nice to get away, get some peace and quiet.
Dude, this is a terrible camera. Like, it might as well be a potato.
You have to check out this hill up here. Get a full view. Great scenery. Get an idea of where I'm at.
Like something moving right there.
What shape up there? What the hell is that? Oh my God. That ain't right. It's like a wolf, but...
Oh, it's like jumping around. You're not reacting.
Holy crap. I don't think I should be up here.
You can see what looks like something on all fours, taking large jumps and strides down the hill towards him. Obviously, the footage is incredibly poor, but given that it was 2004, it's to be expected.
That's not an excuse. No, this is too awful.
What's going on where I'm at? Sure.
See, all of a sudden he knows how to make it not look like ass.
That a little bit. You know, tent, chairs, and I heard a little noise up the hill here, like an animal's running around. So, look up here, these boulders, I seen something that looked like a wolf jumping in and out, but it was on 2 feet.
Now what makes this even more interesting is that wolves were hunted to extinction in California in the 1900s. And the documentary would point this out in its next segment, where
it's not a fucking wolf, though. That's cute that you paired that together, but it's not a wolf.
Claims 3 young boys were playing in Bakersfield, California, and one of them, named Matthew, never made it home. Here's part of that clip.
Matthew, putting on your shoe? What happened? I found a shovel! What are you guys doing? So? We have to go, come on! Austin, come on! Matthew, let's go! Matthew, let's go! No, we have to go!
Oh, Matthew, being a little piece of shit.
It's all on you!
The video would then show the parents finding out about Matthew's disappearance and subsequently interviewing them after apparently finding his body, or what was left of it, and even showing off.
Oh shit, that's real? Oh, now I feel bad.
Some rather graphic imagery of Matthew at the crime scene. But here's the thing, I couldn't find a single mention online about a Matthew Liam being attacked by a wild animal in California in 2004. This leads me to believe that the entire documentary is just a fabrication.
Yeah.
But judging by a lot of the comments on the video,
I mean, it's a productions account.
People believe it. But what you'll see in the following segment is as real as it gets. On February 13th,
okay, no, yeah, he even knows that one. That last one was fake.
18th of 2021, a video was uploaded by a user named Jeff in New Hampshire, and it was titled "Scary Sounds in New Hampshire Forest." Now, this forest was located right behind Jeff's house, and he explains in the video that this forest is extremely dense and hard to traverse. And while it's completely normal for Jeff to hear various animal noises from behind his house, he can typically pinpoint exactly what it is. But this noise in particular was not only incredibly terrifying.
All right, let me hear the noise.
But of course it stopped as soon as I started. Oh.
That sounds like an animal. Yeah, I don't know what animal, because that's kind of wild, but I'm not thinking that's like something scary. It's just, it's nature, you know?
There it is again. That's what I heard when I first came out. That is terrifying.
Only because you don't know what it is. I don't either.
That was either like the biggest, sickest coyote, or I have no idea.
Is that it?
Wow. Now I've heard coyotes many times out here, all hours.
Bro, okay, we know you know what coyotes sound like. This is not a coyote. I don't know why you're thinking it's a coyote.
That was deep. Oh my God. Yeah, my motion detector light just turned off. And I've heard that howl, moaning howl twice now. Well, 3 times. The first time I couldn't catch it. And then the last 2, oh jeez. I'm out.
Ooh, thank you for the follow. Bro, I can't even read that. Oh, Game G? Thank you for the follow, dude. We had our goal.
That was probably just the house settling, but that was
beast.
spooky.
Dude, I don't know what he's freaking out about. Like, yeah, you're hearing this noise that you can't identify, and then we're just all supposed to be, like, spooked about it because you want to make it a coyote.
Where Jeff's video was filmed. And it should be noted that Cormorant Island is very small and has the population of less than 500 people. But given the distance between the two places, how is it possible that they were hearing the same noises?
It's an eerie recording captured on a cell phone of something that's making strange howling noises heard throughout Alert Bay.
Bro, I do not think that's the same noise.
We heard it once, and I didn't get the recording. And then second time, I got the recording. And that's when I was on the back porch. Very eerie.
The audio was recorded just recently on the backside of Cormorant Island. It's been heard by many all over the island.
Bro, it's just some animal that nobody knows what it is, you know?
Unaboriginal reports of Sasquatches in the area. So,
oh, okay, we're trying to link it to... I'm over this. I'm out of here. I'm out of it. I'm not doing it. I don't do any Bigfoot crap, so I'm good off that. Everything was good until the last video, honestly. Ooh, no, that one was just rough. All right, he gets another chance, though. Real horror talk again. Most disturbing videos caught on camera. Basic title. Much easier. I don't really care for the forest ones. You've seen one, you've seen them all.
November 20th, a video went viral out of a church in St. Louis, and what was supposed to be a beautiful engagement was interrupted by a stranger who had a confession to make. And this would ultimately lead to a police investigation, and the video would be scrubbed from the internet.
Oh, that was on a Nick Crowley video.
Almost as quickly as it spread. Here's that video. Take a look.
I'm pretty sure.
Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm a murderer. I'm a murderer.
Cousin.
I need help.
Oh my God, Bradley.
I've killed plenty of people. I do not want to kill anyone else.
Bradley, come on.
I killed a
Come
lot
on.
of people.
Oh my gosh.
Please forgive me.
Come on, cuz. Bradley, look at me. We just came.
Move to the side. Please forgive me. Please, God. Please forgive me for my sins. I am sorry for hurting other people. I do not want to hurt another human being as long as I live. I have asked you for forgiveness from this. Please help me.
Now the couple in this video quickly made a follow-up to answer everyone's questions. And the number one question on everyone's mind was, is it real or staged? And
yeah, I do not remember what this part was.
Unfortunately,
it was a minute ago.
It was indeed real.
Hi guys, this is the story time to when our proposal got interrupted by a man confessing to murder.
I'm going to start off by saying that it is not AI, it's 100% real.
Since I posted the video, his neighbor commented and said that he hasn't been home in 3 weeks, which is when our proposal happened, and that her boyfriend saw him with like bloodied knuckles and said that he got in a fight with his cousin.
Now it should be noted that the footage was given over to police, but as of right now, they haven't released a statement. And apparently, he's been identified. But what's even more disturbing is that she mentions that he hasn't been seen in 3 weeks.
I don't know. Right off the bat, he's like, oh, it's 100% not, it's not AI, it's 100% real. Like, yes, the video is real, there's real people in it, but y'all are, like, come on.
But what's even more disturbing is that she mentions that he hasn't been seen in 3 weeks. However, it's unclear whether this was some sort of mental break or drug-induced incident. Regardless, it leaves more questions than answers.
I couldn't even see your damn proposal. Like, I feel like that wasn't even set up right. I mean, it felt like the point was for him to get in the way. No?
Plenty of people.
I don't know.
Take a look.
One more time.
Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm a murderer. I'm a murderer.
Cousin.
I need help.
Oh my God, Bradley.
I've killed plenty of people.
See, bro, start saying cousin. Like, I don't know. The whole thing's weird. There's not enough context there. And it didn't even result in like a police thing. So that one's interesting, but it's not good.
Counter was uploaded by a user named Adventure Marksman, and he explains how him and his wife were out elk hunting in a remote location on an old logging trail. And this is when they believe they heard what sounded like a child crying. So they pulled out a GoPro and began to record. But what they were about to catch on camera, they could not explain, because it sounded like two creatures communicating with each other.
What?
Holy shit.
What? Bro, this is dumb. It's just noises of, oh my god, it's just nature noises, dude. The only weird one was the like, woo, 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 woo. I don't know what that was. Not a clue. Yo, give her the camera, bro. She's more aware than you. What, that?
Now, it should be noted that these two are both, by their own admission, avid hunters and are currently armed, and you can tell they're terrified.
They don't seem terrified. They seem cautious. But very real, whatever it is. The fact that you feel the need to tell me that it's real. I'm about over this video. Bro, I don't know. You're just making shit up. Like, come on.
Back in 2009, a young woman named Gabriela Rico Jimenez was caught on news camera having a breakdown in front of a luxury hotel in Monterrey, Mexico.
Oh,
and she would go on to claim that she was essentially held hostage by people that ate humans. This would lead many people to believe she was referring to the Illuminati. She also mentions people's names involved, one of them being Carlos Slim, who at the time was the richest man in Mexico. Unfortunately, this not only brought the attention of the news cameras, but also the police, who quickly apprehended her. Here's part of that disturbing newscast.
Escuchemos qué fue lo que decía esta joven al momento que estaba protagonizando este escándalo en plena vía pública. Adelante.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like vague statements. You're not really saying like what happened. I'm not really. Yeah, he knew about this. I mean, that just has nothing to do with. That's like being like, oh, Elon Musk knew about this. Like, people are just going to throw their name out there because he happens to be the richest guy in Mexico. So they're going to throw his name out there. And then she's just taking her rage out on people who aren't responsible for it. They smell like human flesh. I don't know. She's just losing it, dude. This is silly. Ooh. Ugh.
Luis, esta es la triste realidad de
She's handled that girl. She was biting her.
la joven Gabriela Rico Jiménez, que como observamos en momentos, intentó también agredir al elemento policíaco que logró someterla esta madrugada. Por eso que bueno, vamos a buscar la versión de las...
Alright, she just had an episode. I mean, come on. Oh, don't tell me it's the dog one.
Heard online by a user named Sydney. Now Sydney.
The leash.
This rabbit hole.
So I wanted to show you guys some footage of my dog with these stairs. Again, she's been doing this ever since we got here, every single day. There she is again, just back at it, just
Yeah, we saw this on a Sir Spooks.
sniffing around, kind of standing there.
And there's a room underneath the stairs.
And then this clip right here, this one really freaked me out. So I kind of knew that it was happening because it had gotten really quiet. She left my side. I was in my room in bed, about to go to sleep, and I just, lo and behold, see her like,
I mean, she's kind of cute being like stun locked right there. It's kind of a adorable stance.
Walk over and see her, and she was so locked into the stairs this time around. It was so spooky, guys. Like, honestly, I literally at this point I was,
I mean, dogs could just be kind of weird though, you know?
Follow-up video debunking this, while others thought it could be a medical condition and not paranormal at all. But in the next video, she thinks she's found the reason her dog's been acting so strange.
so I think I figured out why my dog just,
Okay. Yeah, it's the room underneath.
so I don't think that it's what's on the stairs. I think it's something that's underneath. So I tried to check, but the door is locked.
That was silly. That was silly. You're faking this whole thing. That was so silly. That wasn't real.
Light is on right there.
Oh my god. It's crazy, huh? And I can't even get in there. How's the light on? Weird. Yeah, and then it gets pulled. I remember this. It's totally fake. It's totally fake. Like her actions make no sense whatsoever. It's just kind of silly.
Oh my god. Oh my god, did that just happen?
Wait, did I skip? Is that it? No, yeah, same video.
Oh my god.
And it's like an Airbnb, and then it gets yanked, and they have to call the guy to come get it or something. So they loop him in on the prank video. Like, it's so stupid. Oh, this is the leash video, too.
Now this all happens in a quick succession, but after making it to the top of the stairs, she hears running behind her, so she turns around.
Yeah, and that was in a Sir Spooks video, too. That's the entire last video. It's just this whole saga. Lame.
On the following day, the Airbnb host came and unlocked the door.
Yeah, see, told you. That's so silly. Ugh, no, I'm over that. Was there any good ones in this? Not really, no. There's only 4, though. Okay. 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 Next video is going to be Scary Comp V91, Bizarre Bob. Finally something better, dude. The Sir Spooks, I'm done with. It's just so awful.
At around 9 a.m. on a Monday morning, a teenage girl named Mildred Neva wakes up to find her dog snuggled up on her blanket. Rarely does her dog ever do this. For once, her dog has finally chosen to nestle up in bed with her and her sister.
It does not look like he's never done that before.
Who both share the same bed. Although initially caught off guard, she proceeds to grab her phone to record this moment. But as she records, something happens that leaves her extremely terrified. After looking closely at the footage, she saw it. This is what she caught.
Yo. Oh, the blanket moved. What? That ain't even nothing there. Alright, that was a little bit weird.
According to viewers, it now makes sense as to why her dog...
Oh, I thought the blanket moved, dude. Hold up. Look at that. Oh, maybe that was her, though. Alright, that one's kind of silly then. It's just like a glance. Like, that could be anything. You're just attributing a face to it. I just don't know. Like, I think that's just a certain angle that you saw this face, the face right in here somehow. Like, I don't know, man. How else is that? Do you think entities just like appear for a second and then just kind of like photobomb you and then leave? Like, that's a little bit silly. Okay, all right. I've seen enough of that one. I don't know. It's good, I guess. I don't know how it would be fake other than your brain just perceiving a face and it's not a face.
In this next video, two friends are chatting and...
Dude, already Bizarre Bub is so much better. I swear, dude. I try to keep watching the Sir Spooks ones because sometimes it's like fun to have a crappy video, but there's never a good one in his. And he picks like 13.
At a car when they immediately go silent upon noticing something strange in a building nearby.
That ain't crazy.
Now the first half of this footage doesn't really show anything peculiar.
Bro, isn't that like a screen for like that's why he disappears.
All that seen is someone who for some reason is walking back and forth in the privacy of their own home.
Bro, I literally do that all the time. I pace all the time. Like if I don't have anything to do, I'm just waiting for like 30 seconds, I'll pace. Hit the microwave, you know, pace. That's not weird.
Although spying on someone who they don't know is already strange enough, it's the following detail that both friends...
Yeah, y'all the creeps, man. Dude's just trying to live.
...find very strange. Whoever this is pacing in a way that they've never seen before. They don't seem to be walking.
Who are you to be the authority on... Bro, I'd be livid if someone was like, hey, dude, you're pacing wrong. Or you're pacing... No, I'm not. Shut up.
As they mention. Watching closely, they continue to record when suddenly they see this.
This better be good. This better get insane. Okay. Okay. Well. I mean, maybe dude's just really locked in, you know? He's pacing, like he's like thinking, you know? Just levitating around the room, just like flying. I could see it. Okay, he's slowing it down. He's slowing it down. What if he's doing something totally normal, though, and it just looks weird from this angle?
Sí, porque no es que sube y baja así.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's something else, man. He's on something. Like, he's spinning on something.
Just when they thought that things couldn't get stranger, this happens. Out of nowhere, the person inside this building begins to pace back and forth, but
nah, dude, he's got one of those metal like merry-go-rounds that you hold on to and you just like momentum swing. He has one installed in his house. That's what I'm thinking here.
Extremely fast. It almost seems a little too fast for anyone to be able to do.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. That's a pretty good one. It's weird. It may or may not be scary, but it's fucking weird. Oh, Bizarre Bub is so refreshing.
Now, the following video was submitted to me by someone who wishes to remain anonymous. They further mentioned they took this video in 2017 with an old phone, which might explain why the footage...
Why would you want to be anonymous? Do you think the ghosts are gonna like come hit your home?
...isn't of the highest quality. But HD or not, the video is still pretty disturbing. It was during a video call with someone that they caught this. They state that the person they were talking to wanted to see the mess.
I would hate it if this was like video calling. I would not even, we're not even doing it. Just text me. Like what, and y'all been doing this for 5 minutes? That's insane. That's disturbing.
Someone that they caught this. They state that the person they were talking to wanted to see the mess inside their godmother's house, as apparently it was pretty messy. But unbeknownst to them, it wouldn't just be the mess inside this house that scares them, but rather something else. This is what was caught.
It looked like she just on a cooking rampage though. She making a whole little feast.
She's a straight hoarder. You should get this when I get home. Like, watch. She's got problems. Can you see this yet?
Huh?
You can't see this yet, can you?
Oh, I think so.
Hold on.
Oh, I can barely see anything, dog.
She's got, I don't know, she's got a lot of money. She just, like, she's really cheap and she keeps everything. This is her house.
Don't hit me with that, like, in the dark moment there as, like, a face.
No, I can't. It says that it's interrupted.
Oh, what is this, 2000?
Like, she keeps everything. She's really well off, too, but...
It happens quickly, but in case you missed it, here it is again.
It is what I thought. Oh my god. Wait for it.
She's got a lot of money. She's just like, she's really...
Bro, there's like three things that could have been when he's like camera down. Like that would kind of look like a face. I don't know. This is just stupid, man. Like, what does that prove, dude? This one is, right off him talking, I was already kind of writing him off. Like, not gonna lie. Like, he just kind of sounded like not super aware to me.
Now, this next video takes place inside a clinic where a couple of nurses swear that something unexplainable was caught on camera. This footage was captured by a staff member who likes to document funny moments that happen at work. But despite having plenty of footage of him,
that was dangerous. That could have knocked her. That could have took her out. Like no shot she survived that.
Who likes to document funny moments that happen at work. But despite having plenty of footage of employees having fun, it's the following video that they can't stop thinking about. On November 14 of 2023, Jenna DeSormu takes out her phone to record what she thinks is a child's voice coming out of nowhere. No children are ever present at this clinic, which didn't make sense to Jenna as to why she was hearing a kid's voice. She takes this video and captures this.
I mean, that was clear though. Like, that was super clear.
Here it goes again.
Super clear.
Here it goes again.
You think it's funny? Yeah. Stop it. And then the freaking phone rings.
within the clinic.
He said nobody was on. I don't buy that. That part alone made me feel like this whole thing's just sketchy. I don't know.
You think it's funny?
Bro, didn't she say something about somebody pranks the coworkers and films it a lot of the time? And that's probably what's happening right now?
Unexplainable was caught on camera. This footage was captured by a staff member who likes to document funny moments that happen at work. But despite having plenty of footage of employees having fun, it's the following video that they can't stop thinking about.
Oh, I thought I heard something about a prank or something, but I don't know. Why would y'all be faking that? Like during your work day situation? I think that's kind of unlikely actually. But somebody could just be playing a noise. Like,
Oh, maybe.
I don't love that one. I don't really know why that's going on though.
Questions that are asked by staff alone.
Does it keep going?
Only a few days ago, before this incident, a different employee captured this.
Do it again. Jesus Christ. Come on. You can do it.
I don't
Move
see
it.
anything.
Come on, move it. What the Stop. Stop.
Wow, that was so little.
Move it. Come on. Can you knock it down? You can knock it down. Come on.
Just depends how it falls if it knocks down. Because right now it's feeling like it's getting pulled.
Come on. Y'all, that box is f***ing moving.
I'm not buying his reaction. I'm really not.
Stop. Nope. I can't even say this.
Wait a minute.
Come on. Stop. Nope. Nope. Come on.
Bro, I think that's just fake though. I think it just gets yanked off. Like he put something through it.
I can't even say this.
Which is why it comes out like,
Come on.
I don't know.
Stop. Nope. 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 We're done. We're done.
A box seemingly moves on its own, as if someone was nudging it toward.
Okay, I don't know. That one's kind of decent. It doesn't look super much like it's
It
getting
was
pulled.
captured in these two clips.
But I mean, what are the odds though? Like that, he didn't show me nothing else. I didn't get to see the room. No context.
But as always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
It's not horrible. Certainly not good though. Like, great.
On the night of May 10th of 2024, a mother's looking at her child through a Ring camera when something happens that scares the living
That's like an open crib couch? What is this?
daylights out of her. Veronica Alba, who submitted this video, writes that she was watching over her child from a different part of the house. She was upstairs, getting her 2-year-old ready for bed. Her 4-year-old, who was downstairs, was waiting for her to come back. But during this time, something happens that Veronica can't explain. Mind you, that no one else was home except Veronica and her 2 children. This is her footage. Watch.
And we're saying she's upstairs with the other kid. Okay.
Yeah.
Be careful. It's me, Snoopy.
He's got to be able to hear her through that. Yeah, but the kid's not reacting to it.
Be careful, don't fall.
Now, Veronica writes that she didn't hear the screams on camera till much later.
Yeah, because she put them in later. This is stupid, dude. The kid didn't even react. Like, I mean, come on. You didn't even try to fake that. You just literally just threw audio into a normal ass clip after the fact. I don't know, man.
Right with their home.
That's weird. I said in the couple of last ones, whatever, like, why would you even do that to your kids? Like, stress them out with that? But in this case, you don't have to. Their kid's not stressed out because you're faking it. It's perfect.
Thursday afternoon, somewhere in Texas, a woman named Kiki Clemens begins to freak out. She tries her best to keep calm, but considering what just happened, she just can't. Something very strange had just occurred in her back.
Yo, what a rigged up ass tramp. What is that? That's cool. I've never seen springs that go vertical like that.
Backyard. And so, she records this video on the off chance that no one would believe her. Even before this, there were countless times when she knew that something wasn't right with her home, particularly the small shed in the back.
I love me a shed.
The light is off. Everything is super tight locked.
Despite being vacant or deprived of any tenants, her dog Dutch would always stare at the shed. There hasn't been a time when Dutch would not look at the space. Whenever she does, it's with complete focus. As Kiki states, she's always locked in, looking at something that doesn't appear to be there.
Maybe they missed whoever was there before.
Now, Kiki definitely finds this strange, but it never occurred to her that something spooky would ever happen until recently. On a certain day, while playing with her dog out in the back, the door to the shed suddenly flings open. Terrified beyond belief, she cautiously walks over and records this video. Take a look.
That was hella weird. There's literally no way that door just opened by itself.
I'm not buying it just off the caption. I just don't feel like that's how you would really do it. I mean, it's not how I would do it, but that's not how anyone would do it. Y'all, WTF just happened. No.
Y'all, like, I really don't get freaked out, but that was really just... That door has a keypad lock on it. Like, and it's actually hard to get in.
Yeah, but that light on in the front is on. It wasn't on before. I think that's something that you gotta turn on from the inside.
Dutch, where are you going? Don't leave me.
Checking it out like you should.
There's like...
You scared him.
Why did you just jump like that?
Was that it? You scared him.
Y'all, do you see her?
Her. My bad. Her.
What the f is going on?
Alright, that's a little bit weird.
It's unclear why, but Dutch is looking at a certain spot behind the door. Clearly, no one is there.
I mean, maybe he's just freaking out though. Like, he clearly does that because he's always locked in. Maybe he's just locked in right now.
Is there, then what is? It doesn't seem obvious, but what?
I think she's just kind of a weird dog, is all. Which is fine. Yeah, weird dogs are better.
On April 28th of 2023, a very short video was posted by a security guard who was entrusted with safeguarding an isolated area during the nighttime. Needless to say, after what happened that night, they no longer worked the night shift. It isn't certain if this incident had solely been responsible for why they stopped working late at night, but based on the footage captured by the following CCTV camera, this may just be the reason.
I feel like you didn't have to mention all that.
It's late at night when this is captured.
Could have just said, oh, he no longer works there because of what happened. Show me the clip. I feel like that would have went better. hate that ringtone. I hate most ringtones.
Bak burada fark ettim. Dışarı çıktım. Baktım kayboldu. Buradan kayboldu. Ondan sonra koşturdum içeri.
Now, the night guard hadn't noticed anything strange until looking at a live transmission of the surrounding premises. It was immediately then that he noticed an odd figure standing a few feet away from his post. Naturally, he walks outside to interrogate the individual, but he wasn't able to because apparently they just disappear. They, or it, just seemingly floats away before dissipating into thin air.
I don't know about that.
Something had obviously been there, but what exactly was seen is unknown. Whether a person or something else, this footage continues to baffle the
I mean, it's weird how he does go out and check.
night guard, who has no clue as to who or what was seen that night.
Okay, that one's just like mysterious. I have no idea how to explain that. I don't know. I don't know where this is at or like if people would be nearby, so I kind of am lacking some context. That was a good video though.
On April 30th of 2024, a hotel situated in the countryside of Latin America had shared a video of something pretty strange. The hotel in question is known as Hotel Huchtitepec, and although not many people come here, employees often clean up rooms in which no one had occupied. They would enter a room and find the whole space entirely disheveled. Given how frequent this happens, the idea of a burglar having ransacked the place no longer seems likely. The space would be rearranged, but nothing would be missing. Although highly unusual, this next video might just be the strangest incident.
I highly doubt that. That rooms just get ransacked and nobody actually went through it. Are we sure we're keeping track?
One day, an employee had been told by a coworker that somebody was inside a room that shouldn't have any guests. Curious to see if anyone was actually there, they record this video and capture.
That's not what you would do. This isn't, no.
This.
Irma me dijo que se veía una persona en la habitación 30.
So go knock on the door and ask who's in there.
Y le dije, no, y me dice, ¿está ocupada? Le digo, no, se desocupó en la mañana y no hay nadie. Yo misma fui a ventilar esa habitación. Y ahorita que voy pasando por acá me doy cuenta que sí es cierto, se ve como que si alguien se estuviera asomando en la ventana. Vamos a ver qué es lo que pasa, vamos a ver qué hay ahí, pero se supone que no hay nada. Y sigue ahí viéndose. Aquí más cerquita. Sí, miren, ahí se alcanza a ver una cara, unos ojos. Vamos a ver.
I mean, it could be though.
A ver una cara, unos ojos. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver a esa habitación.
Go up. Thank you. Alright, let's get to where
Donde
you...
estábamos viendo que se veía. Aquí ya no se ve nada. A lo mejor por el reflejo de la luz. Y vamos a ver en la habitación. Aquí está la cama, porque esta es una habitación pequeña.
Oh, wow, it's very small.
Aquí pues no se ve nada. Y aquí está la tele, donde estábamos. Donde se supone que se veía, pero no se ve nada. No entiendo por qué se ve. ¡Ah! ¡Ay!
Nah, I couldn't see it.
Upon getting closer, a face is seen at the window. It appears to stay in place without moving an inch, making this even more uncanny than it already is.
Nah, this has just got to be like a staged video. I don't know if it's like for marketing for this place or something. Like, y'all just got too many vacant rooms. I don't know. Alright, I don't know. That was good. That was much better than the last few videos. Holy shit, dude. The Sir Spooks ones are just not it anymore. When I started, it was fine, but I'm just tired of the same crappy videos, though. They get so irritating. Ooh. All right. Another Bizarre Bub one. This one's actually kind of recent, so... Oh, wait, have we seen this? I sort of remember an Elmo balloon. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen this or not. I don't think so. Scary Comp V101, Bizarre Bub.
On February 20th of 2025, a mother records her child's balloon after seeing it do something that terrified her immensely. She films the balloon, hoping that it does it again on camera.
Does it again? What the fuck? Bro, is it just going towards you? Isn't it just called static electricity? Yeah, and then you move and then it'll follow.
For some reason, the balloon
Why are you clogging around like that? Like all stepping weird, like a newborn deer or some shit. What was that? What the fuck? I don't know, man. I just off that alone, like you being dramatic.
To a sudden halt near the basement door. Now you might be wondering what is so frightening about this balloon. After all, it appears to be doing normal balloon things. Well, according to Rachel, the mother, this balloon always ends up at the basement entrance.
Dude, it is doing normal balloon things. And that's called a draft? No? Like
and it doesn't go in unless her son follows it inside. Unlike other instances where the balloon just suddenly stops near the entrance, here it goes all the way in. And it's only when Rachel's son begins to pursue it that it—
Bro, because do people not understand how things work and your movement actually creates like wind current?
Does this. Now it might be possible that a draft or an airflow is causing the balloon—
Oh, it might be possible. It might be.
To move towards the basement, but to have it stop only a few feet away from the cellar, despite being left open occasionally, is a bit strange. Whether it's upstairs or in the furthest—
Dude, no, it's not. No, can we get to something interesting? Oh my god. What is that?
Babe.
Just pop it. Just fucking stab it. What are we doing?
Quiet. Quiet.
Bro doesn't know how to silence dogs, man. It's like what you're making more noise than they are, and it's I don't know. This whole situation. The lady annoys me, the guy annoys me, the dogs annoy me, the balloon annoys me. Bro, that's got to be y'all moving it. That's y'all moving the legs. Yeah, watch it angle right towards you.
As if the incidents before weren't creepy enough, this—
I think y'all just messing with it. I don't know how you're doing it, but this is silly. I kind of want to just get past this video. I don't want to watch a balloon walk no more, dude.
At the top of the stairs, in the corner of the doorframe, a forehead is seen.
Okay, yeah, this is just a cute little project video.
Rachel initially saw something, yet didn't know what it was, but after taking a closer look, she sees it. A forehead that naturally leads down to a pair of eyes. However, if you slow the video frame by frame, you'll notice the supposed face she'd seen. Yet something about it has left Rachel and her husband immensely unsettled.
I like the drawing. That's fun. Okay, that was just silly, dude. The whole thing was silly. It's an Elmo balloon. It didn't even look like there was no party or nothing going on. Like, that was silly.
Who's a construction worker for a house that's being remodeled. It's been some time now that he's worked on this house, and he's just now realizing something about it that the property owner has never mentioned. In this house lies a hidden crawl space. Apparently, it was hidden behind a stack.
I always hope that I find hidden a bookcase that'll just like turn over, you know, new room, extra square feet
of drywall that no one had bothered moving until now. Seeing that no one else is around, as it wasn't a work day, he explores the crawl space all by himself. But little does he know.
You just there? It's not a work day. You're just in the project. Like, I don't like that. That doesn't even add up. That doesn't make sense.
Know that this was a bad idea. The following is Elijah's video.
Nah, he's at work with multiple people.
Watch.
But while I came across something that was really cool, and I feel like it sets this house apart. The reason why I'm just now founding this crawl space is because of this drywall. The owner, she had this drywall covering the crawl space. That's not the...
I don't even believe that. I feel like y'all brought that in.
Cool thing about it. And I want y'all to check this out. So, while I was here, I found this table, and I also found this extra space right here. You have a vent right there.
I mean, that's kind of cool though. You can put like some jars or some shit down there, like a little panic room.
I think I just heard some footsteps.
You at work with somebody else.
This can't be a squatter.
It's not.
What was meant?
Nah, y'all just faking that. Come on, man.
Short video for his Facebook group turns into something completely nightmarish. For one, the sound of footsteps was heard on the floorboards, despite no one being there. And eeriest of all, the sound of someone talking.
Bro, it just doesn't make sense that he's there alone. That alone, like, you're not getting past that. It don't make sense that he's there alone on a day where he's not working. Why? Why would you be on the work site on a day where you're supposed to be off? Like, that's, first, you're not supposed to be. Y'all contracted. That's a whole different thing than just being at a job you're not supposed to be at that time. You know, that makes a little bit more sense because I'm here on my off day type stuff. But no, you're contracted to do work here. Why are you showing up if you're not going to do work?
And giggling was heard from somewhere inside. But to make things even...
No, I'm over this one.
In the following video, a man and his girlfriend are staying over at his aunt's house when they hear a strange noise from downstairs. Mind you though, that no one else is home.
Alright, so this is like really crazy.
I don't know, I was wondering if something happened.
What that sound?
What a crazy house.
What's going on?
Now he couldn't capture the noise on camera, but there is something in this video that's worth pointing out before mentioning anything else, and that's the house itself. This Victorian home belongs to the man's aunt, who at this time was traveling abroad for a few days. While she was gone, the man, known as Isaac, and his girlfriend stayed over to look after the place and care for her dog.
Aunt is overseas for the week, and she asked me and my girlfriend.
I mean, it's a good time to decide to fake a video, especially after you put up a bunch of Ring cameras.
Now, the only thing in this house that isn't antiquated are the security cameras throughout the place. Although Isaac's aunt,
one's a blink and one's a ring. What the fuck?
Isn't home, she still wants to keep an eye on the property. But while looking at one of the cameras late one night, she notices something very strange. She immediately sends the recording to Isaac, who was totally spooked out by what was captured.
Alright, let me see it. Already not buying it. Bro, you hear that and you're gonna creep around the corner like this? No. I'm sorry, no. That makes no sense. And why do you have a ring camera in here facing that door? Easily done. Is that it?
The noise, as it turns out, was just a draft affecting a door, but this one, according to them, doesn't appear to be affected by it, as it closes up differently. The door gently glides, as if someone was closing it quietly.
Okay, this is stupid. This one is really stupid.
Later. Now,
bro, night 4?
By this, they weren't as terrified as what they experienced only days later. Now, before showing this clip, it's worth noting that a common occurrence in this house.
Yeah, see, they did 1 or 2 of these videos and it did really well, and then they kept it going because it's a Victorian old type home, and you're like, oh, I would immediately think it's haunted, you know? So they ran with that shit. Come on, dude. It's never good when you have like 5 different videos of shit happening, like genuinely. Let me just skip to
Specific dates of the camera inside the dining room were the room around the house until recently. By checking, he could see how it keeps on doing this. So he tells his aunt to send him some recordings from specific dates of the camera inside the dining room where the broom falls over. He checks each one and doesn't notice anything weird. But when he checks again, he notices something in one video that leaves him beyond spooked. This is what he saw.
Ugh, this is gonna be stupid. I think we may have seen this one before.
Isaac and his girlfriend were completely caught off guard upon seeing this.
Nah, y'all brought your kid and you're like, let's make a fun little video.
So we found something that might explain what happened last night.
It was him, right? He reincarnated in baby form and pushed the broom over.
These tiles are of 2 children that lived here at some point. This is memorialized, yeah.
Not for sure. I mean, you could just have tiles with your kids' baby pictures on them. That doesn't mean they died.
They memorialized him.
Okay, shut up, dude. You're guessing now, and that's never fun. Because you're just gonna do all the stupid things, you know? You're just gonna jump to conclusion after conclusion after conclusion. Okay, this video's not been that great. I was expecting better, dude, because this is kind of recent.
Now, this next video was posted by a Reddit user who writes that the following video was taken back in 2020. He didn't take the video himself, but rather it was sent to him by his sister who was at a hospital for reasons unknown. While she was there, she was waiting out in the hallway where no one else seemed to be present. It was just her, alone.
Bro, have we done this one? I remember this.
In this big empty hallway, or at least that's what she thought. Because, as her family believes, she wasn't
It said I didn't watch this video. It recommended this video.
Completely alone. In a video she posted to her family's group chat, something can be seen moving and peeking at the end of the hallway. Have a look.
Yes, dude, we've seen this. It had to be on another channel then. Yeah, same thing. I don't know, like, context wise. There could be somebody that works here that's creeping, or maybe thinks that you're like, attractive or something, and is creeping, being a weirdo, It's kind of reasonable. That's called air conditioning. See, like, is nobody supposed to be here and you're just a security guard for like a open building overnight? Like, I don't know.
After checking to see what it was that was moving, she finds nothing. Now, it's hard to say as to what exactly is being seen here, but many viewers on Reddit believe that it's something paranormal. Some can
Reddit users believe that, then I certainly don't.
even make out a face or even a body. But then again, that could be a case of pareidolia.
That's what I'm thinking, dude. It has to be.
Face or even a body. But then again, that
because there was hardly anything even over there.
Quite strange. From catching a lock of hair moving independently to the creepy atmosphere of the hallway,
I think that part's stupid. But yeah, I could see like the stuff in conjunction at a certain angle. It looks like there's like a head peeking out, like it's maybe like maybe this or something like that.
Understandable as to why one would think that something paranormal is present, but as with all videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusion.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking it's a pareidolia thing. That was kind of lame, dude.
Video, a young girl is playing in front of a display cabinet while her mother records her from a distance. Although seeming like a random recording, something about this moment holds a special.
Alright, show me the video.
The display cabinet that she saw her daughter talking to the urn inside. Understandably, Amanda was moved.
She starts talking to the urn. Bro, I never know what to make of these. Like, these have to be fake, right? And then you're gonna pause game me so that I have to like watch this over and over and hit pause in the right time. Like, it feels like an engagement farm.
During the time that Amanda took this video, she didn't notice anything strange. It was only after reviewing the footage that she saw it. A dark silhouette passing in front of the camera as her daughter plays in the distance. To Amanda, this supposed apparition wasn't completely unknown, as she had a feeling that this was...
Nah. I just don't buy that. That wasn't that great of a video, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't love that. I'm not gonna hit like on it, even though it was okay. Sorry, buddy. I have other videos to get to. I got four more videos. So yeah, this will be maybe 3.5 hour stream situation. I've been down in coffee, so I have to pee again, obviously, but whatever. 30 seconds. All right. I was so excited to watch this video because it's Nick Crowley. It's new as fuck. It was like an hour ago, and I was like, oh, I'll just do it when I'm streaming or whatever. So I caught it like the hour it was posted. Anyway, I don't think there's going to be a lot that I'm going to be able to say on it. So if I'm not talking that much, I apologize. But I love Nick Crowley videos. So he's probably the best disturbing video maker on YouTube. Anyway, internet's deadliest video, Nick Crowley. I love his editing too.
It appeared totally innocent. In a small room somewhere in the Kohistan region of Pakistan, 4 women sat on the floor, each clapping their hands and singing a traditional Kohistani song. With them were 2 men, one seen dancing beside them, and another seen recording the moment on a grainy video taken on his old cell phone. The footage captured the impromptu after-party of a wedding that the women and men had separately attended earlier that day, an event that transpired sometime in May 2010. Shortly after this recording ended, the group dispersed, and each person returned to their respective homes, where the celebration eventually became a distant memory.
What? So this is some kind of weird bachelorette party?
Their lives continued
with 2 dudes?
Continuing on as if it had never even happened. At least for a time.
Oh.
Approximately 2 years later, the whereabouts and safety of every individual shown in this video would be called into question, following a disturbing admission from a Kohistani local. An admission that began a multi-long-year search for answers to a conspiracy that traced back to the very moment this recording began. A moment that may have ultimately sealed the fate of 9 individuals, in what
are they just trapped?
has since become known as the 2012 Kohistan video incident.
I have never heard of that.
I'd be willing to bet that many of you have a massive to-do list that only seems to be growing by the day. And for a while, one thing that was constant—
Alright, this is gonna be a sponsor for sure. Sorry, dude. I am gonna skip that, but I'm sure it's fantastic.
On June 4th, 2012, a press conference was held in the city of Abbottabad, Pakistan. The speaker, a man named Afzal Kohistani, made the long trek from his home in Kohistan, high in the mountains, to spread the word of a horrific incident that had occurred in the previous days. And he didn't just have a story to tell, but he also had a—
Dude looks clean, dude. Got quite the bone structure, too.
Video to share.
Compared to everyone else.
With him was that grainy cell phone recording taken 2 years earlier, showing the group of 4 women and 2 men dancing after a local wedding ceremony. And while the footage itself was far from alarming, it was the context that Afzal gave it that would eventually capture the world's attention. As according to the man, each of the women shown within this video had suffered a terrible fate, and it was all due to the existence of the footage itself. For years, the video had been lost on one of the men's phones, buried in a sea of other media, and destined to be seen only by his eyes. But fate had different plans, as for unknown reasons, in May of 2012, that footage leaked online. There it went unnoticed by most of the world, as in all honesty, the video itself just isn't that interesting. But in Kohistan, where it was filmed,
it's really not.
It went completely viral. It was shared from villager to villager until practically the entire region had seen it, with it becoming a point of discussion for most.
Why? Why does something that simple go viral like that there?
As for locals of that area, this video was far from normal. In fact, for many, it actually depicted evidence of a crime.
Oh, are they like not supposed to show their face or something?
Kohistan is a region bound by its traditions. For centuries, they've tried to preserve their culture and way of life. So much so that any breaches of said traditions are taken so seriously that they're viewed as legal matters. And in this footage, the women could be seen breaking several of them. For starters, women in Kohistan are not allowed to congregate with men from outside of their families.
At all? How do you get around that?
Doing so is blatantly illegal, and in this video, the women and men have no relation.
Well, what is good? It depends what congregate is defined to be, but what?
On top of that, they're also from different villages, which is another infraction. But perhaps the biggest crime committed in this clip was that the women were clapping and singing in the presence of these men.
What? Dude, what a weird ass tradition.
Despite the area having strict rules against dancing with members of the opposite sex. As a result, when this footage was passed around, it was actually viewed as evidence of crimes committed against Kohistani tradition, and it was taken very seriously. Now, despite being part of Pakistan and—
Dude, that's like the North Korea videos where the one guy like moved a poster or something, or like accidentally knocked something down or whatever, and then they like, he died, I forgot how, but they like brought him back to the US like brain dead. Just for like some simple little like infraction.
Falling under its laws. Kohistan is unique in the sense that geographically it's next to impossible to effectively govern. It's nestled in the intersection of 3 major mountain ranges, making accessing it very difficult, and enforcing the country's laws next to impossible, as the area practically lives in its own isolation. Instead, the region is composed of largely self-governing villages who have—
Yeah, because no one can stop. So anything that you kill somebody, like you just got to deal with it. Like nobody's gonna come and stop them. You know that nobody can get here.
their own sets of rules that they play by. And when a crime is alleged, they'll hold something called a jirga, which is essentially a tribal council comprised of village elders who determine if the party or parties are guilty and what their punishment should be.
Elders and leaders in Pakistan. So basically just old heads run the whole place.
Who determine if the party or parties are guilty and what their punishment should be. And oftentimes these punishments will be most harsh when the crimes committed go against their tradition. And this video allegedly did just that. And so soon after its release, a jirga was held and discussions about what should be done to these women began. The story that Afzal was sharing so far was one that wouldn't have been shocking to many, as this had just become protocol for villages like Kohistan. But what was shocking was the punishment that these women allegedly received.
It's gonna be horrific too.
According to Afzal, once the footage was made public, all 4 of the women shown within the video, along with one other girl who wasn't pictured but had allegedly helped coordinate this gathering, had been rounded up and thrown inside a small room about the size of a closet that served as a makeshift prison, and inside, each day was misery. Every morning, the door would be opened and each woman would be doused with boiling water, causing their skin to bubble and blister. At night, the door would open again, and this time, the women would be covered in burning hot embers and coal from the day's fire.
What kind of a sentence is that? Oh my god. Dude, boiling water alone, like, you're not going to recover from that, and then you're getting embers on you later.
They were tortured in unimaginable ways.
Holy
until
shit.
Finally, on May 30th, 2012, when at 2 in the morning, the jirga gave the final verdict that all of the women should be executed. The door—
Yo, they started doing the torture before they even got to the verdict?
opened one final time that morning at 2 a.m., and one by one, the women were woken up, restrained, and their throats were cut.
What a terrible place to live. Holy shit. What an awful, like, imagine like growing up there and you just don't know anything else.
This was an appalling claim by Afzal. If true, what they did to these women was not only outrageously extreme considering the crime, but also very illegal, as jirgas didn't have the right to sentence someone to death. And because of this, those watching—
Then what do they even do? Why are they even like legal in the first place? Like, you just go to a normal, like, there's no court, there's no governing at all.
The press conference were left horrified.
Dude, good. I mean, at least they have some humanity, like Jesus.
Honor killings aren't necessarily a new thing in Pakistan, especially in remote villages, but this level of sadism was unimaginable, and all for a blatantly harmless gathering. And yet Afzal claimed that not only had no one in Kohistan opposed the jirga's shocking decision, but even the family members of these women supported it. And they supported it so much so that they were the ones who carried out the torture and the eventual killings.
No way. Y'all that down with the tradition that you would do that to your own, like, family? Like, that is doing that to a stranger alone is like unimaginable.
Their fathers, uncles, brothers all partook in scalding
What up, lady? Thanks for joining the stream.
them with water, burning them with embers, and cutting their throats.
I hope your day's good, by the way. It's kind of late.
And no one tried to stop it, except for Afzal. He had caught wind of the girls' torture while it was happening, and actively tried to intervene by alerting Kohistani journalists. Though when this failed and they went through with the executions, he left the region to alert the government of Pakistan and the rest of the world to the atrocity that had happened in Kohistan. But for Afzal, this wasn't just about avenging the deaths of these girls, as he had another very important reason for speaking out. As shown in this footage, were Afzal's two brothers, whose involvement, he claimed, had also led to them receiving death sentences. With both—
Wait, he was in the cave too? Why is he good? Oh, the dudes are fine because they weren't dancing in front of congregating with stranger men.
Brothers going
What a weird tradition.
into hiding in order to avoid being killed.
Oh yeah, it's been a really good day.
This press conference was essentially Afzal's way of trying to save his brothers, as he knew that they could be found and killed at any moment, spurring Afzal to act, even at the risk of his own safety. As locals had caught wind of his previous attempts to speak with journalists, and in response, that same Jirga that had sentenced these women to death had sent an angry mob of 40 to 50 men to Afzal's home in order to silence him.
Because he's trying to interfere with their ruling, which they know is not, like, legal.
Likely not wanting news of their illegal sentencing to leave the region. And after giving this speech, Afzal knew that that group was only going to become more angry.
It's because it's all old heads. It's just people who need control.
Based on Afzal's testimony, the existence of this video had caused the torture and deaths of 5 women, dead at the hands of a radical Jirga and the victim's own family, who were now coming after Afzal and his 2 brothers. As if this footage had just been kept on that man's phone, no one would have even known that this meeting had ever took place, and therefore none of this would be happening. It's an almost fantastical story, which begs the question, was any of it actually true?
Women in Pakistan's Kohistani who were allegedly singing and dancing with men at a wedding party were killed after a tribal Jirga committee of elders ordered their execution.
Oh. He was trying to make them look bad?
Afzal's story immediately made the front page news in Pakistan, but it wasn't without its controversy. At the end of the day, a story is all it was. He had no semblance of proof to back up his claims. In fact, Afzal himself never actually witnessed the crimes that he spoke of. He had simply been told about them by others who had, leaving the public perception to his story mixed. Within hours of his press conference, Maulana Javeed, the leader of the Jirga that Afzal was trying to expose, came forward to publicly disavow the allegations, saying that Afzal had made up this entire story in an attempt to get political asylum to the United States for both him and his brothers, and that the women in this video were completely fine, living their lives as normal.
That would have worked too, though.
In Kohistan. Both sides made their claims, but both sides offered no evidence, turning the story into a confusing case of he said, they said. Luckily though, the government of Pakistan had the perfect idea to get to the bottom of it, and so they reached out to Maulana Javeed and told him that if the girls were alive like he claimed, then he must bring them to the courtroom in Abbottabad as proof. It was a great idea, in theory, but ultimately the Jirga hit back on this, claiming that it would be dishonorable for these women to appear in court, as women in Kohistan aren't even meant to leave their homes under most circumstances.
Dude, it just doesn't even make sense to be a woman there. Like, you don't have anything, you can't do anything. They make it to where you can't do shit, and it's not even legal, but they're gonna, like, kill you.
Let alone travel that far and be shown in a public forum.
वो तो हमारे क्योंकि रिवायात ये तारीख में कभी इस तरह के कोई वाक़या नहीं हुआ है कि कोहिस्तानी रिवायात में लड़कियों को अदालत में कचहरियों में पेश करना ये तो वो मजबूरी है ये बताइए वो ख़वातीन जिंदा है या मर गई वो तो हमारे इल्म में जिंदा है
Kohistan is one of the most socially conservative areas on the planet. It is a deeply patriarchal society, with women having severe restrictions on all aspects of their lives, especially when it comes to social engagement, making this the perfect out for the Jirga. And so the government came up with a different solution. If the women couldn't travel to the courtroom, then they would travel to them. And so they quickly got together a group of investigators and sent them up into the mountains to meet the girls there themselves.
Bro, but that's the same issue though, no? Because then they're gonna get in trouble by you talking to them.
And hopefully confirm that they were in fact still alive. On June 6, 2012, a helicopter carrying this newly formed investigative team landed in the village of Gadar, where the women resided. Though they quickly realized that something was wrong, the village was practically deserted, and when they asked one of the few remaining locals where everyone was, they were told that most villagers had left the area due to the seasonal weather, including the women they were looking for, who lived spread out and even higher into the mountains. And to find just 2 of them would require a grueling 4-hour hike. It was certainly suspicious to some degree, but nevertheless, the team proceeded on that long walk until they happened upon the first woman, Amina. The woman before them appeared to have the same facial features, and was even wearing the same exact outfit that Amina wore in the video. On top of this, the other locals they spoke with would go on to confirm that she was the Amina they were looking for. Though proving this for certain was impossible, as the only information the investigators had to go off of was her name and screenshots from this recording, and so all they could do was document their findings and go on to meet the next girl, Shaheen. Shaheen's story is different from the others, as she was never actually shown in the footage. Rather, she was Amina's sister, whom Afzal claimed helped facilitate the illegal gathering that fateful night, and was therefore killed alongside the others for her involvement. With the most disturbing part being the fact that she was just 12 years old. But that was Afzal's story, and here, standing before the investigators, was a girl who appeared to be the same age, claiming to be Shaheen, as did her parents and all the other villagers they spoke with. Though given that her face never even appeared in the video, it was also impossible to verify this. After meeting Shaheen, the group was informed that the remaining women lived even further away, and reaching them before sundown wouldn't be possible, forcing the team to return to Abbottabad, having only met 2 of the girls. But so far, their findings were extremely promising. Less than 2 weeks later...
Bro, I knew there'd be not much for me to say in this video too, especially. And I can't even believe we're not even half... I don't know how this...
June 16th, the team would once again visit Kohistan, this time armed with cameras to document their findings. There, they would meet 2 more of the women, Serene Jan and Begum Jan.
So they're good.
Much like the first 2 women, Serene Jan seemed to be a match, with her family and neighbors attesting to her identity, though it was noted that she was incredibly nervous and refused to speak unless her parents allowed her to, which was true also for Begum Jan, whose meeting was actually captured on camera. It was evident how...
That is very sad to watch her face shift.
...nervous she was. She could hardly even force a smile, and didn't speak a single word. But despite this, everyone reassured the investigators that this was Begum Jan, and given how isolated the lives of Kohistani women are, perhaps her nerves were understandable. This left only the 5th alleged victim, Baziga, though she was nowhere to be seen that day, as she had supposedly fallen ill and was unable to come down from her home, which was even more remote than the team had gone thus far. But for the investigators, they had already all but confirmed that 4 of the women who Afzal claimed to have been murdered were still very much alive, with there being no evidence whatsoever that any executions had taken place, leaving the team with no real reason to believe any of his story. And so, days after their second trip to Kohistan, the news would break.
Human rights activist Farzana Bari, who is accompanying the team sent to bring the Kohistani girls to the Supreme Court, says there is evidence that all the girls are alive.
The Kohistan video case was closed. It was a swift end to such an alarming story, as after just a few weeks, in the eyes of the public and the government, the stories told about this video were deemed to be lies, and Afzal was the liar.
But isn't it still against their tradition, though? Like, that part is why they were upset in the first place, all the people in the town. So why would they just not be upset anymore? Like, it's on video, they're dancing and stuff to, you know, stranger dudes.
But not everyone was so quick to agree with this conclusion. There were obvious flaws in this fact-finding mission, The most glaring of which being that all the investigators had to go off of were blurry screenshots and some names. In fact, Dr. Fazarna Bari, one of the investigators sent to Kohistan who actually met with these women, would later go on to publicly state that she was unsatisfied with their findings. As though the women they met looked similar to those in the video, they weren't able to conclusively prove that they were who they claimed to be.
That's actually crazy, dude. They don't have like an ID system. Like you can't just ask them for their identification. Like it just doesn't work like that there. That's wild. It's very efficient here, actually. As frustrating as it is to go do all that stuff.
Given the resources available to them. But if these weren't the women in question, then who were they? Why were they pretending to be them? And why was the entire village lying about it? Well, this spread the conspiracy theory that the women the investigators met with were merely actors, coerced into pretending to be these women as part of a cover-up to disprove Afzal's story.
Actually makes sense though, because they were trying to like not have the backlash of his story. So this would like disprove it entirely if they could like, oh yeah, see, they're alive. We never did anything.
A cover-up that had to be so massive that the entire village was in on it. It seems unlikely, but there was a vocal minority in Pakistan that truly believed this, including Afzal himself, as in his mind he was certain that those women had been killed, and that he and his brothers were next. And so, with a small group of supporters by his side, Afzal vowed to continue his push for justice. And at the start of 2013, he would go to the courtroom in Abbottabad and file a motion to have the Kohistan video case reopened, a decision that had sudden and direct consequences. Days after Afzal's court filing, he received a devastating phone call that his brothers had been gunned down and murdered in cold blood, but not the ones you might expect. Afzal was one of 6 siblings, and at this point, 2 of his brothers were still in hiding, living their lives in a secret location. But the other 3, Sherwali, Shah Faisal, and Rafuddin, were living their lives as usual, believing that they were safe as they had no involvement in this fight whatsoever, though they were sadly mistaken.
He killed all 3
And on
of them?
January 4th, 2013, while walking to their local mosque in Kohistan, all 3 were ambushed by a group of gunmen and met with a barrage of gunfire. Seconds later, all 3 were dead. The murders were shocking, and made even more so when the culprits were revealed as members of the slain woman's family, as well as the jirga that had called for their execution. And their motive was simple. This was revenge against Afzal for sharing his story, and for filing that application just days prior. And as if the group's message wasn't clear enough, they would then surround Afzal's home and fire over 1,000 bullets into the structure. Luckily, Afzal had already moved to a secret location out of fear of this very moment, but the incident left him forever shaken and forever devastated. As in trying to save 2 of his brothers, his fight had now cost him 3. But there was at least one minuscule silver lining.
So it really did happen then.
With that being that the jirga and the woman's family had now proven themselves to be murderous. But this didn't necessarily prove that they were actually the ones who killed these women. That was still just a theory, and a far-out theory at that. I mean, in the eyes of the Pakistan government, these women couldn't have been killed, as their investigators had literally met face-to-face with 4 of them. This was the main challenge that Reuters journalist Catherine Harold ran into after picking up the case. She had been reporting on Pakistani honor killings around the time of Afzal's press conference, and found his story to be believable based on her research into treatment of women in that region. But for his story to be true, then she knew that meant that the women presented to the investigative team couldn't have been who they claimed to be. And so she took an image of Begum John, the woman who looked particularly nervous during the investigation, and Begum's official government ID photo, and sent them both off to Digital Barriers, a company specializing in facial recognition technology.
Yeah, those do not look like the same. The nose is not the same at all.
And asked them to...
I mean, it's a little more angled up, so... I just don't think so, though.
Compare the images and determine if these 2 women were actually the same person. The comparison came back at just 17%, or in other words, they weren't a match. This means that by all likelihood, this woman, the woman shown to the government as proof that Begum John was alive, and who the entire village identified as Begum John, was in fact an imposter.
Bro, that makes so much sense. She's like, she knows she has to sell it and smile and seem happy for the story to be sold, but then she realizes like the reality, like they're dead, and then she's like, oh shit, you know?
Identified as Begum John, was in fact an imposter. It's a revelation that shifted the entire case. Suddenly, this once far-off conspiracy theory was proven to be at least partially true. And if someone had been impersonating Begum John, then it was more than possible that the same had been done with all the other women. And just like that, the Kohistan video conspiracy was in full effect. The government of Pakistan, however, wasn't convinced by the findings. In their minds, they had already investigated these claims, and
it does seem impossible though, because like he said, dude, everyone's in on it, but it is crazy that everyone goes with it too. Like everyone can know about it, but everyone works together to lie about it too?
He had little interest in reopening the case, but Afzal persisted, and he continued doing anything he could to get this case a wider audience and force the government to reinvestigate. He did interviews on TV, filed motions in court, and even ran for office in Kohistan. But no matter how hard he tried, hardly any progress was made, until eventually years began to pass. The agony of waiting was hell for Afzal. Despite some of the women's family members being thrown in prison for the murder of his brothers, many were still walking free, and as were all the members of that original jirga, meaning that every day represented new risks.
They have to arrest the whole village though. Like,
risks to Afzal's life, new risks to his brothers' lives, and new risks to the lives of the women in Kohistan. Since the alleged executions of those 5 women, Afzal and his supporters had discovered evidence of over 50 other honor killings that had taken place in that small village over the course of just 2 years. A shockingly high number of people considering how few people actually lived in that village, with these honor killings being described as common as the common cold. Every household was being affected by them, but no one dared speak about it. They were all too afraid. The jirga held all the power, and speaking out against them would be breaching the tradition that they,
like I said, they're all the old heads too,
hold so dearly. And as a result, despite all the other killings, Afzal was still really the only one from the region that had been talking with the press. And this was finally about to pay off. In 2016, Afzal was featured on a Vice documentary that highlighted his story as well as the treatment of women in Kohistan at the hands of this bloodthirsty jirga.
मैंने वो अपने भाई की इंतकाम लेने के लिए आज तक मैंने हर किस्म की कोशिश करने की पोजीशन में नहीं हूँ, लेकिन मैं कहता हूँ कि उन लोगों को कुछ न कुछ सज़ा मिल जाए, अंदर नस्लों को इस तरह की कोई तकलीफ न पहुँचे.
It was an extremely compelling video, showing us just how much
dude doesn't seem like he's lying. Like, that's just too much to fake all this.
Afzal's life had been derailed by the whole situation, as he was forced to live alone in hiding, separate from his family, including his children, wife, and 2 surviving brothers, who themselves were also living in hiding, in conditions that they described as being miserable. The story was about as harrowing as it gets, and as soon as the video released, hundreds of thousands of people would watch it, thrusting the Kohistan video case into a worldwide spotlight. And with so many eyes now on the case, and with so many people now calling for the Pakistan government to reinvestigate, they would finally relent. That same year, in November of 2016, the government called on...
is that the only street that y'all have? How do you get around over here?
...that jirga once more to bring these women to Abbottabad and show them in their courtroom so they could personally verify that they were still alive. And this time, they outright demanded it. Failure to comply would essentially be seen as an admission to these murders. There was no getting around it this time, and so that month, a group of 5 women and their families were all brought down from Kohistan, and one by one led into the courtroom, with the hope of bringing this case to an end, once and for all.
Are they gonna actually do it though?
To protect the women's honor, no photos or videos were allowed in the courtroom, meaning all we know about what happened inside comes from officials' descriptions afterwards. The first thing noted was the conduct of these women. The girls produced were observed to be extremely nervous and frightened. They were hardly able to respond to queries. They had incompatible reflexes and face expressions. In response to most of the queries, it was commonly observed that they were supplied with words from elders, especially about their ages and husbands. The girls were terrified, too terrified to speak for themselves, and instead, all their answers were fed to them.
Bro, they spent their entire life not being able to do anything but think not for themselves. Like, that's been taken away from them. Their entire, like, no shit.
Them by accompanying elders. But the strangeness of their mannerisms pales in comparison to the strangeness of their appearances, with the most bizarre being Amina. By appearance, she was about 15 years old. Reportedly, the video was shot back in the year 2010, and it surfaced on the internet in 2012. If we subtract 6 years from Amina's age, her age at the time of the video shooting would be between 8 years or 9 years.
What?
Whereas the women visible in the video looked to be aged between 20 years or 22 years, back in the year 2010. The girl that they brought to court claiming to be Amina was just a child, and based on her appearance, she would have been as young as 8 years old in the video.
Yeah, no way.
Which clearly isn't the case. I mean, these are fully grown women. And the same was true for Serene John. By appearance, she was not more than 16 years or 17 years of age, meaning she would have been aged 9 years or 10 years in 2010. Along with this, neither she nor her father was able to tell her birthday or her age. These girls were clearly not the women from the video.
Yep.
They were just acting. And while these seemed to be feeble attempts, there were other aspects that made it obvious just how desperate this Jirga was to try and pass these girls off as real, with the most upsetting coming from the girl who claimed to be Amina. Now, Amina actually had her fingerprints on file with the Pakistani government already, and so naturally they went to collect this girl's fingerprints in order to compare them. But when they attempted to do so, they came back blank, which is when the officials noticed that the tips of her fingers
Oh no, they got shaved off.
had been burnt off. And it wasn't just her thumbs. Every single finger had the
Ew. Oh, this is not from actual case.
tips of them scorched off.
That's gross.
On the spot, all 5 girls brought into that courtroom were determined to be imposters, victims themselves who were forced into pretending that they were the women seen in this footage. And considering the Jirga's desperation and the lengths they went through to now twice try and pass off different women as those from the video, it was clear that something awful had happened to the actual women, something that they didn't want to ever get out. And with that, almost universally, the world fell into agreement that Afzal had been telling the truth all along. But any celebration from Afzal would have been short-lived.
Oh no.
Months later, a fire erupted in a small home in Gadar, the village where all of the women once resided. And inside that home, 2 women and 3 children were trapped and would tragically burn to death. It was an awful tragedy, but according to the local Jirga, it wasn't an accident. As in its aftermath, they alleged that Afzal was the one responsible, claiming that he had started the fire in retaliation. This claim was complete hearsay, and there was no evidence whatsoever linking Afzal to the blaze. In fact, he wasn't living anywhere near the area at the time, but nevertheless, Afzal would be arrested for the murders of 5 people.
What?
It's a gut-wrenching development, and follows the trend of horrible misfortunes that Afzal suffered in trying to blow the whistle on this crime. But as his sentence commenced, the Kohistan video case continued making its way through the legal system, until July of 2018, when the news came in. It was officially determined that Serene John, Begum John, and Baziga had all in fact been tortured and murdered by their families on order from
the family's part was true? No way.
Jirga, with the confirmation coming as a result of confessions made from their own family members. And the entire time, the village had been working together to conceal the truth in what was described as a massive, coordinated conspiracy to cover up their crimes. Now, bizarrely,
dude, people are so gross, especially when they're all like so close knit, and then someone out like outsiders are like opposing them.
Confessions. However, given what unfolded in court, this is universally doubted to this day, as most are in agreement that every woman shown in this video was in fact.
The fingerprint part is awful, dude. Because then for this one instance, you're having them lose like their physical identity, like
murdered 2 years after its recording, just as Afzal had claimed.
Wow.
It's unlike any story I can remember hearing. One video, one wholesome, lighthearted video for that matter, is responsible for 8 murders, as not only were these 5 women killed because of it, but Afzal's 3 brothers were killed as a result of him sharing it with the world, making it perhaps the deadliest video I've ever come across. But as suggested earlier, this footage isn't considered responsible for the deaths of 8 people, it's considered responsible for the deaths of 9. The confessions in 2018 didn't lead to any immediate convictions, but it was at least proof in the eyes of the public that these murders took place, and this was followed by Afzal finally being released from prison in early 2019, a full year and a half after he was unjustly arrested. But despite being free, Afzal was hardly out of the woods. The case wasn't officially over yet, and he knew that the family and the members of the Jirga were still out there. In fact, around the same time, the family members who were initially convicted of killing Afzal's brothers were mysteriously released, for reasons that weren't specified, and they were
because they're in on it too. You can't. There's no way to stop it.
Likely now more angry than ever. And so after being released from prison, Afzal went to a local police station to request police protection, something that the court had already granted him. But in response, the officers said no. And when he tried pressing the matter, Afzal claims that the officers became so enraged that they dragged him inside a small room and beat him. Between Afzal being arrested and now this, it almost felt as though the government and the police were now against him, which could be due to the fact that Afzal had been very public with how inadequate and downright abusive the police had been towards him. And with nowhere left to turn, Afzal would post a video to his social media declaring that his life was in danger.
That's just so sad. Oh shit.
Days later, on March 6th, 2019, Afzal arrived in Abbottabad to testify in the Kohistan trial, though he never made it into the courtroom. As he sat in the back of an unmarked truck waiting to enter, suddenly the vehicle was struck by multiple bullets. Paramedics would open the door minutes later, only to find Afzal laying in a pool of blood.
Wow.
He would never make it to the hospital.
Dude, they just run that whole place. They decide everything. They have a stupid little committee that rules over everybody.
One of the country's most notorious so-called honor killings has been shot dead in the city of Abbottabad.
Afzal's death was devastating to so many, not only throughout Pakistan, but throughout the entire world. His relentless pursuit of justice, and his willingness to sacrifice his own life in order to expose these crimes, was something that was championed by so many throughout the world. And he had come so close to seeing justice served, as only a few months later, 3 men were arrested and sentenced to life in prison for the Kohistan murders, each being members of the girls' families. Along with one other, a man named Masoom Khan, a member of the Jirga who was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Afzal. But even with this, people were angry. They were angry with the government for not taking Afzal's.
That's totally not. So many people got hurt, and then we're not even counting the people that got tortured and their fingerprints burned off. Like, they got hurt too.
Word more seriously, they were angry with the police who failed to protect Afzal and seemed to be actively working against him. And they were also angry at a rather unexpected source. The Vice documentary made back in 2016 was undoubtedly part of what put this case back on the map and back in the court system, but right from its release it garnered criticism for something that the showrunners had seemingly overlooked, with one commenter pointing it out. Wait, hold on a minute. Isn't it dangerous to expose his whereabouts like this? In the footage used, the crew seemingly showed the outside of the hideout where Afzal.
Oh, come on. I mean, that's just silly. Especially knowing that man was brave, especially knowing what could, right? I mean, he's totally aware. That's why he was like in hiding, and they just killed your 3 brothers.
Had been
and then you got them outing you, doxing you.
Living, as well as where his family had been hiding. And in response to Afzal's death, many were quick to blame the documentary.
That's literally why they were killed, though. Damn, you killed him.
2 people had literally shot his location and his family's location. Damn, you killed him. By disclosing his hideout, Afzal Kohistan,
dude, I would feel so guilty. You would never be able to like sleep well.
He was killed by his enemies. This is really shameful and against the ethics of journalism. Why would you show Afzal and his family's hiding place? And while it may seem a little extreme to blame a documentary made 3 years before his murder, it's given a bit more weight by the fact that Vice had actually re-uploaded the documentary to their Vice Asia channel at the end of 2018.
Oh, awkward.
Where it went completely viral, gaining more viewership than even the original upload. Months later...
Wait, there's a whole other section of... Oh, that's just a different channel.
Completely viral, gaining more viewership than even the original upload. Months later, Afzal would be killed.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
And to this day, many still believe that Vice played an unintentional role in it. But again, this is just public speculation, and at the end of the day, it was really on the police and the government of Pakistan to protect him, and they failed.
Yeah, that's really the problem here. I mean,
it's a heartbreaking end to a heartbreaking story, and follows this trend of misfortune that Afzal dealt with throughout his life. And unfortunately, that trend continued even after his death. Devastatingly, the 3 men arrested for the murders of these women would be unexpectedly released from prison in 2023, only 4 short years after their initial arrest. A far cry from life in prison, like they were originally sentenced to. And the reason for their release was just as upsetting, as the government cited a lack of evidence. These 3 men
now we're like taking into account how much evidence we have and if it's like good.
and literally confessed to the killings, and they even discussed how they disposed of the bodies afterwards. And yet there suddenly wasn't enough evidence to keep them in prison, despite them already being convicted. Meaning that after all of the death in this video, the murders of Afzal's brothers, the murders of these 5 women, and the murder of Afzal himself, only 1 man is currently in prison.
Wow, that is ridiculous. That was like the saddest story I've heard in a long time. Especially because the family's the one that did the torturing and the murdering of the girls. Like, for dancing in a video. Like, it was a normal-ass video. But wow. He does it so well, dude. I fucking love Nick Crowley videos. Oh, I had to watch that one. I knew I wasn't going to be able to have much to say either, but... yeah... Dude, I want to get the spooks one out of the way. These have been so ass, so I'm just gonna get them out of the way. Oh my god. I need to lock in for that. Ugh. I don't know if I want to save this one or not. This one is like, I haven't watched a video from this channel before, but I feel like it'd make for a good title. So that's kind of why I'm trying to do that. Oh no, not one of these. No AI was used in the make. Well, there you go. I shouldn't be looking at that yet. I'm not even watching that video. Alright. I'm gonna take a standing break for like 30 seconds. Cause I feel like that's probably good. This is gonna end up being like a 4.5 hour stream or something. Didn't expect that, but I got the time. Alright, I'll be right back. All right. Ugh. Sir Spooks. This is gonna be, what is that, like 30, 33, 36 videos that we watched of Sir Spooks? I think there was one that I was like, oh, how would you fake that? All the rest were just total trash. So, next video, 11 scary videos that'll keep you inside tonight. I don't know. I don't even know what he's doing with these anymore. And I'm skipping the intro. I get to. I'm subbed.
The first...
Oh, hold up. I wanted to change this too before I start. Hold up. The chat thing goes away in like seconds, and I don't want it to do that. I put so that it doesn't disappear. Oh, I put does disappear. I'm a dummy. Right? Dude, that intro is ridiculous. I don't like it. Oh, it's not gonna pull the old ones back. Alright, well those aren't gonna disappear, so I think that looks better. Plus then I have longer to read stuff. Sometimes I get distracted. Anyway. Okay, we're good.
Video we'll be looking at was posted to TikTok by a user known as Globalist Slayer USA.
Okay, 12 and 13.
February 1st, 2026, and
almost
shows a
no.
strange moment captured on a home security camera late at night. The footage shows a quiet backyard covered in snow. Right from the start, you can already see a series of footprints scattered across the ground.
These are footprints?
But then, something even stranger happens.
Or these? Oh.
As the video continues, a new set of footprints begins to appear, forming one after another, as if something invisible is actively walking through the yard.
Bro, it's flying though, it's going so fast.
What makes it even more unusual is the spacing. These newer prints have a much wider gait, suggesting something significantly larger than a normal person.
Yeah, but what's this? I don't know,
It's a subtle detail, but once you notice it, it completely changes how the clip feels.
And then it just goes away?
The uploader even used the hashtag Bigfoot, suggesting they believe these tracks could belong to something far from ordinary. For those who believe, this could point to something unseen physically moving.
I don't know, this is silly. This is just silly. I feel like this has to be fake, like completely. I don't like that one. This is gonna be the first video. I'm gonna pretend that one didn't exist. Starting fresh. 10 videos in this one for you, Spooks. I'm being nice here.
Imagine coming home after a long day, pulling into a driveway and noticing something across the street that immediately makes you stop and stare. That's exactly what happened to this woman, as shown in a TikTok video posted by user Little Miss Bella 3. The clip begins with her pulling into a driveway and stepping out of her car. As she locks the door, something catches her attention across the street, and she just stands there watching.
Where's the doggy? Oh. She said hello, though. What the fuck? They're like crawling around. Well, he's just being a weirdo, though.
On the other side of the road, a person wearing what appears to be a headlamp can be seen moving around on all fours. Their movements are erratic and unnatural, almost animal-like, as they crawl and shift positions in a way that's
Yeah, just being a weirdo, though. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, rightfully. Yeah, what the
difficult
fuck?
to make sense of. They continue behaving strangely for several moments, never acknowledging the person filming. At first glance, the way this figure moves...
Huh? Never acknowledging the person filming. The security camera that's sitting... I'm done with... Bro, I don't know if he's even, like, conscious while he makes these. Genuinely. I don't... Bro, I used to like his shit, too. I used to look forward to it.
A large number of children grow up with imaginary friends. It's a normal part of childhood, and most
Okay, I know. It's a scary concept.
who appears to be talking to someone who isn't there.
A kitty cat with a headlight. It was like a big, like a big old lion with a headlight. The person said hey too. I think it was a lady that was like kind of being weird, acting like a dog or a cat. Like,
At first, it seems like a harmless moment. Then this happens.
Decile que traiga el coche, decile.
not another demon baby.
Le dice que traiga el coche.
Oh.
No.
The girl begins calling out to her imaginary friend, asking it to
That
push
last
the
part was
stroller
weird.
sitting nearby on the sidewalk. And just seconds later, the stroller starts moving. There's no one visible touching it. It simply begins rolling forward on its own, as if something responded to her request. Moments like this are often interpreted as a child interacting with something unseen. The idea that it...
I don't know about all that. I don't know if they put like do this with a string right here. Like that would be kind of weird. And it's not coming towards the guy with the camera, you know? It was rushing over to her. Like, what? You got a cool ass ghost friend.
Imaginary friends might not
I wish
always
I had that shit.
be
That'd be
imaginary.
dope.
At the same time, there could be a simpler explanation. The
Like
stroller
what?
may have been on a slight incline, causing it to roll naturally, or it could have been nudged just out of frame. It's also possible the scene was staged to line up with what the girl was saying. What makes the clip stand out is the timing. She asks, and almost immediately, something happens.
Okay, now that one's weird. All right, no, that one's kind of weird. It always, man. Every time I'm like at my bottom with him, I'm like, I get a decent one. So I guess that's that's the cycle. 'Cause that's pretty good. I would have initially said it rolled naturally, but then it like pushed towards her, like she was calling that mother over. I don't know. That was pretty good. God damn it.
Over on TikTok, a woman known as Cat Snap posted a video explaining a strange and unsettling situation.
Horses and healers and art
happening near her home. She says she lives by a river in an area with no lights at night, making it especially dark and quiet once the sun goes down. But according to her, that silence has been broken more than once. She then asks viewers to listen closely.
So just listen for a moment, okay? And tell me that you would not be freaked out by this.
Drop F-bombs? Oh, that's kind of sick, though.
From some...
Nah, I feel like that's not crazy, though. If I had pipes and I could sing, you know, and I'm in a little majestic forest situation, I'm doing it, you know? The acoustics are right.
Somewhere across the river,
I don't blame her.
a series of loud, eerie singing and chanting sounds can be heard echoing through the darkness. The voices don't sound close, but they're clear enough to feel uncomfortably present.
Nah, it's just somebody doing their own thing. Like, what's wrong with that?
Might just be people nearby.
Yeah, it literally is people nearby. I'm so glad I skipped right to that part. I don't think that one was crazy at all. That was kind of silly.
A woman named Sarah Serendipity posted a video to her TikTok account on March 12, 2026.
Why does that sound familiar, though? I feel like we've seen this account before.
Describing a moment that left her deeply unsettled. According to Sarah, she had a strong feeling that she was being watched one night. Unable to shake the feeling, she decided to pull out her phone and start recording, just in case. It didn't take long for that feeling to be validated.
I don't think I've seen this,
Is
though.
that? What the is that?
What?
What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Like your car outside? I don't...
It looks like a hand.
Bro, you did that shit.
A freaking face.
You did that.
2 hands and a face. What the fuck is this?
As you can see, what appear to be handprints and even a face impression suddenly become visible on the window.
Suddenly? Wasn't it already there?
Is that?
It's already there.
She decided to pull out her phone and start recording, just in case. It didn't take long for that feeling to be validated.
Yeah, it's literally there from the beginning. Like, she just could go and do that and then be like, oh, let me go back over here. What? If she missed it and that actually happened, like, you know, that sucks. That would have been scary.
What appear to be handprints and even her face impression suddenly becomes...
Oh, and that's like breath on the wall. This is silly, dude. You didn't catch anything.
At the same time, there could be a more ordinary explanation. Residue, condensation, or oils on the glass can sometimes reveal prints that were invisible before, especially with changes in temperature or...
I agree. Like that would you'd be losing it if you were. You wouldn't be like, "What's that? What's that?" It's the same shit over and over. Like you're not even getting. You don't even seem worried.
Lighting. Even so, the timing is what makes this moment stand out. Feeling like you're being watched and then seeing something appear.
Oh, I kind of see the thing now, but
here that seems to confirm it.
I didn't really see that being like a mouth, but he kept saying.
Is the kind of experience that lingers long after the moment passes.
Nah, that one's dumb, dude. She's not selling it, and then I just, it's been there in the beginning. Like the video's not good.
In March of 2013, a YouTuber known as Dan82ify uploaded a video describing a disturbing experience that had just happened moments earlier. According to Dan, he had just woken up and gone downstairs, only to find that all of his kitchen cabinets were wide open. He insists they were closed when he went to bed the night before, which immediately left him feeling uneasy.
Dan, that happens when you drink too much, man.
Concerned,
it does.
He grabs his camera and begins recording. We then follow him into the kitchen as he starts closing each cabinet one by one, trying to make sense of what's going on. Everything seems calm for a moment, until this happens.
I'm really, really scared right now.
His recording doesn't seem natural.
I figured I'd get it on camera so if something happens,
yeah,
at least
see?
it's documented.
Gotta explain it.
Alright. I think I'm just gonna go downstairs and chill out and edit for a little while.
Oh, shit! Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. I gotta upload this. I gotta upload this before anything happens. And nobody gets to see this. Ow. I think I broke my ankle.
Okay, this is the worst. This is the worst fake one I've seen. This is just horrible. I'm not gonna give it another 2 minutes. Like, oh boy, that acting. Oh boy. Oh man. I hate it when they don't sell it on their own reaction. Like that's your only job.
Over on the interdimensional NHI subreddit, a user known as FVMK3 shared a video.
Oh boy, the triangle orbs. Oh boy.
Filmed in Cambridge, UK, back in 2014.
That's literally all this is.
3 bright orbs can be seen moving together in a tight formation. They glide smoothly across the sky before suddenly accelerating at a speed that's difficult to track.
Looks cool. Don't know if it's fake. I'm not gonna sit here and guess. Oh my god. What's irritating is people like him make fake videos so when there are real ones we second. Exactly. You can't even trust nobody now. Like I feel like I'm so skeptical about everything. Like even the ones I can't explain, I'm still like, I know it's fake though. Like I can't tell you how, but I know it is.
The world love Peppa Pig. It's a harmless
the cry wolf thing. You can't just keep being like, oh my god, a ghost.
Cheerful character. The kind of thing you'd never expect to be involved in anything unsettling. But after this moment...
Bro, Peppa Pig been ran through with the whole 3 a.m. thing. I don't know.
Unusual about it. Just a normal toy sitting still, until you look a little closer.
I'm glad I skipped all that. Is the eye moving?
If you focus on the face, you can see it. The eyes move. It's subtle, but noticeable enough to feel completely wrong.
What?
The toy itself doesn't shift, just the eyes, as if something inside briefly adjusted them. Naturally, this raises a lot of questions.
It's got to be something that has the eyes move like that then. Like, that's the only option. Like, this can't be a stuffed animal whose sewn eyes are moving. It just doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't
The
make any
uploader
sense.
later cut open the plush to check if there was anything inside that could explain it, but found nothing. Just stuffing, like any other toy.
That feels kind of OD. That feels like you're trying to prove more than you need to.
To some, this feels like something unnatural briefly revealed.
Like you had no hesitation to just snip your kid's like toy's head off like that just for a TikTok? That feels a little bit weird.
Revealing itself through an everyday object. A more grounded explanation is that the movement was added in editing. Small, isolated changes like this can be created convincingly with simple video effects.
I'm so glad he said that. I would have liked the video off that if I didn't already. Mr. Spooks, that was fantastic.
What makes it unsettling is how minimal it is. No dramatic movement, just a slight shift.
My chair, I need a new chair.
Shift in the eyes. Enough to make you pause and look twice.
Alright, yeah, no, I'm glad he pointed that shit out, dude, because that there's no way that was happening. So, dude, Purse is taking up so much chair space. You are. You need to go to the room so you have no room at all. I was hoping he would move sooner, but that's okay. Oh, never mind. I thought he was
showing what starts off as a normal day at the playground with a young child. At first, it feels like a wholesome moment, just a parent spending time with their kid. But it quickly becomes clear that something isn't quite right. From the beginning, the uploader seems uneasy, as if he's already noticed something off in the area, which is likely why he started recording in the first place. And then, around the 1 minute mark, things start to get strange.
No, mi amor, no pasa nada, ven. No era nada, no era nada, ven. ¿Qué?
¿Qué es?
No sé, no. Irga, mira, sí se miró. Sí se miró.
That's just creepy.
Yo sí miré, alcancé a ver algo. Mira, ¿te checaste? ¿Viste?
Nah, I feel like I'd be going up there. Like, I'm fighting. Like, you're not, like, that's creepy as shit.
In the background, near a tree, what looks like a shadowy figure can briefly be seen standing still. It's faint, but noticeable enough to stand out once you spot it. Then, not long after, something even more unsettling appears. A head seems to peek out from the side of the tree.
Maybe it's the same dude.
Just enough to be seen, before quickly pulling back, almost as if it's watching them.
I'd be charging the tree. Nah, you got no room to spin. You're gonna have to run and outrun me. Like, that's, now I've changed the game now. There's no way I'm gonna let you just peek around there.
The timing and placement make it feel deliberate. In a follow-up video, the uploader goes back to the same location and shows the tree up close. And that's where things get even more confusing. The tree is far too thin for a person to realistically hide behind.
No, that cannot be the same tree. That thing is big. No, wait. Why does it look so much bigger there, though?
Especially in the way the figure appeared in the original clip. It gives the impression that whatever was peeking
Bro, you gotta stand in the same spot. You're just standing by the tree.
out shouldn't have been able to stay concealed there at all. To some, this feels like something observing from a distance.
Nah, that second video did nothing. I mean, you weren't in the right spot. Okay, there's his little ad.
Group of friends exploring a long, dimly lit tunnel late at night. From the start, the atmosphere feels tense. One of the guys shines a flashlight down the tunnel, trying to see if anything is lurking in the distance.
This already feels like a project video.
Eventually, they decide to move forward, slowly making their way deeper inside. Step by step, they continue through the darkness, growing more cautious as they go. And then, this happens.
Nah. This is definitely fake. Cute.
Out of nowhere, a strange figure suddenly charges toward them at full speed.
That looks so overly quick.
Out of nowhere, a strange figure suddenly charges toward them.
Can't nobody, like, that looks so like Naruto running type stuff. Like, that was so ridiculous. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, that would be actually scary, you know? Like, crawling into a tunnel and shit. Like, that's what I would think would charge at me. But, yeah, that has to be like a project. Who just goes tunnel searching with their 3 friends? Like, it's so goofy.
Clearly terrified by whatever just came rushing out of the darkness. The creature itself is hard to make out clearly.
Bro, it like runs through them. I feel like it's so edited.
Its shape looks unusual, almost distorted, but the poor lighting makes it difficult to fully understand what we're seeing. To some people...
Yeah, no, dude, that's just some stupid ass editing.
On June 17th, 2020...
Alright, this is the last one for this video.
21. A woman named Chriselle Luna uploaded a video to her YouTube channel showing herself exploring an old, allegedly haunted prison. For the first several minutes, she moves through different hallways and rooms, investigating the building. Nothing particularly unusual happens at first. Just the usual tension that comes with being alone in a place like that. But then, in one specific room, everything changes.
Yo quiero preguntar, y me estoy atreviendo a hacerlo estando sola en este lugar. ¡Ay! ¡Ay, ay! Dios mío, yo vi algo que corrió. En este lugar. En este lugar.
Oh, come on.
If you look closely at the window, a dark figure suddenly flies past at incredible speed. It happens so quickly that it's easy to miss, but Chriselle notices it immediately, and her reaction says everything. Before she even has time to process what she just saw, something even more unsettling happens.
I just don't think that's something that you need to pay. I think she's just startled. Like, she's on edge, and then, you know, yeah. I don't know why she's doing this by herself. It's kind of insane. Because she doesn't seem like the type to do this at all. So that's why I'm like... It's... And she's saying it like she doesn't normally do it by herself. So... She's just jumpy. You're good. Lock in.
Ya cuando haga la edición de este video para ponerle un círculo y puedan apreciar lo que yo vi en mi cámara.
Okay.
Qué fuerte, qué fuerte, qué fuerte. No sé qué era, no sé si era la niña, no sé si era otra cosa, pero estoy segura que no era una persona porque no hay nadie aquí.
The figure comes back. This time it moves in the opposite direction, almost as if it's running across the same area again, deliberately making itself
visible. I don't know. I just feel like that's so, like, with the reflection and everything, but I don't know.
The timing is what makes this moment stand out. It's not just a one-off glimpse. It happens twice in a way that feels almost intentional.
I don't know what that would be, but the whole thing doesn't feel like that big of a deal. I think she just scares herself. I don't know what that is, like what's passing through that's causing a reflection, but it's not somebody who's creeping on her.
This looks like a shadowy entity lingering inside the prison, briefly revealing itself before disappearing again.
Nah, I just don't think so. I don't love that. It's not very convincing. All right, thank God I'm done with the Sir Spook stuff, man. I've had enough of him today. I think I'm good off of that. I think I'll do this one and then end with the scary comp, because Bizarre Bub's always good. I just don't know what this might end up being a pass. No AI was used in this video. Something about that seems off.
Stuart Butler and 2 close friends traveled to Australia in search of a coastline off the map.
Oh, hold up. Let me do, I forgot to read it. All right. I don't know. I feel weird about this one. I might end up cutting it. Parents' worst nightmare, the Stuart Butler tragedy.
Stuart Butler and two close friends traveled to Australia in search of a coastline off the map. But what started as a thrilling excursion rapidly spiraled into a series of progressively worse events, culminating in a heart-wrenching tragedy. This is the true story. To most visitors, Byron Bay looks like a paradise. Clean waves, white sand, and warm water stretching to the horizon.
I immediately feel like this is AI, no? Especially when you mention that there's no AI, it really makes me like critical about certain things.
But if you stay long enough, or talk enough to locals, the truth starts to surface. Many people have died at Byron, most of them unsuspecting tourists. They died in strange ways that can't really be figured out.
Different things going on in Byron in the last few years. The young people have been very afraid.
The records in this part of the world are spotty.
I hate how this is like the pacing. I hate the sound. I'm cutting it entirely. I'm sorry. I hate that video. I don't see myself getting all the way through that and not being bored as shit. All right. Last video then. Might be more of a 4-ish hour stream then. Scary Town V37, Bizarre Bub.
The following footage shows someone who's by himself inside a gym when something terrifying happens. Emily Ruiz, who suggested the video, writes, "Words cannot explain this disturbing footage. The person in the video had obtained this recording from the gym and sent it to a friend who we hear speaking in the video."
I get skeptical about those. Like, you really think the gym, like Planet Fitness, is going to be like, oh yeah, here's the security footage recording? I don't think so. I think that's a whole issue. You know what I mean?
This is what was captured.
I'm not buying that story right now.
Es que pasaron cosas muy extrañas, la madre, hasta una máquina se movió. Vea, mira, explíqueme eso, vea,
Sí, eso
dos
porque
cuerdas
se
y
mueve atrás.
¿qué vas a ver, mami? Y la otra quieta, o sea, no podemos decir que es el aire y ni que hay ventilación ni nada de esas
Sí,
vainas.
eso es como
Y en
encerrado.
plena luz del día, ¿quién dice que estas maricadas pasan en plena luz del día? No. Mire, la luz.
Okay. Well, you're not noticing any of this stuff happening though?
Mire, mire. Mire, ahí, mira eso, mira eso.
Oh.
Uy, ¿eso qué pasó? ¿Por qué eso se
Y esa
mueve?
vaina es pesadísima, eso es pesadísimo.
¿Sí?
Sí, parece eso es una energía muy mala.
¡Ay, Dios mío! ¿Qué le pasó?
Mamá, mire.
No, Dios, no, no, eso no es normal.
Sí, yo sé
Eso
que-
no es normal,
Sí,
no.
ya sé.
Huh? You couldn't even do that as like a stunt though. You wouldn't even be able to control your body like that.
Es pesadísimo.
¿Sí?
Sí, parece eso es una energía muy mala.
¡Ay, Dios mío! ¿Qué le pasó?
Mamá.
There's no way you could slide like that.
Ah, mire.
No, Dios, no, no, eso no es normal.
Sí, yo sé
Eso
que-
no es normal,
Ya
no.
sé.
Those who've seen the footage were left unsettled by this terrifying encounter.
Something's up with that. I'm not buying that. I don't know how y'all are like, what's wrong there, but I mean, that just don't seem.
At the start of the video, we can see that someone or something is peeking at this person.
Why is that always happening? Why? I don't get that.
This is something you might have missed. Now, it's worth mentioning that another camera had recorded this from a different angle. By looking at—
Bro, I would never be able to go back to the gym, especially that one. Like, and then, how, like, why would you even fake that? Like, you really just got assaulted by a ghost and there's nothing you could do about that?
this specific footage, we can see that the facility has open windows. It could be that the
Okay.
wind from outside the room was causing the ropes to move on their own.
Okay.
But if that were
that part, I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about
the case, then other things in the room should have moved as well, especially the towel on the box, which appears light enough to move just a bit, but it doesn't. The wind could also explain the ball's movement, but mind you, this is a medicine ball. It would take more than just a gust of wind to be able to move something this heavy. But what's even more baffling about this footage is how the person gets dragged across the floor.
Bro, and then the ball keeps moving. I didn't even notice that.
It could be that he was doing this on his own, moving his body in such a way to make it seem as though he were being dragged. However, A closer look at this scene shows that he was jerked in a forceful manner, which is almost impossible to do on one's own.
Unless he did it like in reverse? Wouldn't it, I don't think that'd be any easier.
In a forceful mag. However, a closer look at this scene shows that he was jerked in a forceful manner, which is almost impossible to do on one's own.
Nah, that's just crazy though. Like, that's a really good one.
A grandmother is alone with her grandson when something
no, that's a demon baby. You can see it right in the eyes.
Downright creepy is caught on camera. The grandmother who posted this video states that she gave her grandson her phone to play with. Little did she know that he was recording during this time. It wasn't until a few months later, when she was going through her phone, that she saw this video. The grandmother writes, "This video shook me to my core."
All right, I just need to see the video if that's cool.
Let's change your butt. You smell like you poopy.
Oh. Awkward. Oh, you're gonna say no one else was home. That's not a great frame. That didn't look as good. I don't know. I think that one's kind of stupid. I do think every baby a demon baby. I mean, innately all babies demons, but you know, it's a spectrum.
If no one else was home, then who or what was this?
I don't know if no one else was home. I don't even know if anyone else was home. She ain't say nothing like I thought you guys were gonna say.
It's worth mentioning that the grandmother's husband had his mother live in their house for almost 6 years before passing away. Viewers think that this might be her ghost. But again,
okay, well, I don't know. It's like literally a frame that I'm watching there. That's not very like, ooh.
And two friends are hanging out in front of a school when they see something that terrifies them. Daniel Guy posted the following video and writes, "This video comes from a friend who was visiting his old elementary school. Another friend had come with him. They promptly left."
I hate how this is worded. What in the AI? Like, that's not how people talk.
After this incident. This is what they caught.
Is that thing, dude?
Dude, I'm actually freaking out. I'm gonna
go look at it. That can't. It's gotta just look like a person, and it's not.
It gets more.
Dude, that thing looks like it's looking right at us like this. Like this. Look at it.
Why are you visiting your elementary school and it's like 9 p.m.? Nah, they set that up.
What the? Every time I move closer,
Does
it looks
move?
more and more like a figurine. I did not see that when we passed. What? Dude, okay. You know, yeah. This.
Nah, they just put that there.
There appears to be a small child standing outside at night.
Or it's like a memorial thing outside of the school. Like, that's not actually super crazy.
But there's something uncanny about this child.
Nah. I got a demon baby radar, and that's not one of them. That's a statue. All right.
Next clip was uploaded by Rink in person.
What number? Oh, 4. Number 4.
Who noticed something strange in the background of a Japanese TV show.
Oh, I was gonna say, what in the mystery machine? This looks like Velma with like a different color scheme.
It appears that no one had noticed until this video was posted. Be sure to look closely at the fridge on the right, or you'll miss it.
Oh, you just replayed the whole... That stuff's just gotta look like that for some reason. When you're like turning a corner with a camera or something, I don't know. Or this is like added in. That kind of looks edited to not gonna lie. It don't exactly look like it's really there.
If that
Alright, no, that's lame. And it's just a frame. Like that's pretty much a picture.
Carrie Berry is home alone with her dog,
doggies are cute,
who's acting very strange. She begins to record and captures this.
Some Shark Tank on.
This is our launch product. We just launched 4 months ago. Oh, you did? Oh, you're a new entrepreneur. I'm a baby. I'm a baby. Welcome.
He's locked in.
Yeah, 0 to 6 months, and then
He's just appreciating the artistic nature of that piece.
we will eventually be releasing a 6 to 12 months.
Wait, let me ask something. Does it pop out more often the baby mouse because trying to attract the baby moves in?
He's in awe. He loves it.
So it's creating more of a challenge?
No, we're not.
What are you doing?
Mixed breastfeeding to a certain extent, but we have seen in the about 25,000 plus units are pops that we've been able to sell in the last 4 months.
Given
That was just a video of a dog.
the belief that dogs can sense things that we can't.
Okay, so we're just gonna make stuff up. Oh, you stoop to that level, buddy? That's like some Haunter level shit. Like, what are we doing?
The following image was submitted by Evan Kostar, who writes, "The mother in this picture..."
Don't buy the name. Don't even, like, I've not even read this and I don't believe it. It's just so long. It's so prefaced. Like, when it's so long
had taken
like
a photograph of her son. Nothing unusual stood out in the photo.
Until one day we decided, yeah. Okay. I don't know the context. Don't know who's there. Some pareidolia shit. You know, that's silly. And it's an image.
But I'll leave it to you to come up with your own theory.
It's stupid. That's my theory. This is a stupid picture and it's not scary. Last one. All right.
Capture something creepy.
It doesn't even have to be that good. You know what? I'll give you a chance on this one. If it's okay, I'll like the video.
This house is said to have belonged to an old lady who lived there her entire life, until recently passing away. The appearance of the building unsettles Grisel, but she quickly overcomes this feeling after going inside. But little does she know that the following would happen. When she uploaded the video, she was shocked to see that she had caught something that went unnoticed.
Oh, I hate when it's always like that. Oh, I looked back later and found...
As Grisel approaches one of the windows on the house, she captures this.
Me gustaría pedir la presencia. Es algo que he estado haciendo últimamente. Pedir la presencia de este ser, de los seres que ya no están en este mundo, que ya están en el más allá.
Nah, y'all just staging that shit. I've never seen a
Que ya no está...
You don't see that many women ghost hunting, you know? Like, why not? Maybe the communication with the other side is like, you know, because women communicate better or whatever.
Están en este mundo, que ya están en el más allá.
Okay, yeah, I don't know the context. You just told me some lady lived here and died, and now it's vacant. All the more reason you got somebody in there. I don't know. I just don't get it. Well, I feel like that's kind of being mean to the dead, you know, using her as backstory for your scary video. I don't know. Well, that was okay. That wasn't that bad to end off with. So, whew. It didn't feel like it took 4 hours, but that was crazy. I guess it's been 4 hours, almost. But I guess it's a pretty good endpoint. I, again, really appreciate you chatting, Lainey. Really helps me out and makes the videos way more interesting. So I greatly appreciate that. Yeah, you have a good weekend too. And thank you to anybody else who was watching the stream after or joined the stream. I hope you enjoyed watching. I really enjoyed streaming. And probably will be live tomorrow too. So I just don't know exactly when. But I will see y'all tomorrow.